smoke. We out here.
This the energy we need.
This the energy we need for sure. Let's see what's happening. What's happening with you? I can't move like you used to.
I can't move like I used to. I got responsibilities.
Yeah, multiples, my boy.
Multiple. They came quick, man. That's crazy.
Are you done?
Yeah, my boy used to tease me about all the kids I had.
These dudes.
Now I'm slowing down. My kid's older, so I get more freedom. He get less freedom.
Man, they got me.
You either want to do it early, brother, or you do it late. You did yours late, brother.
Man, they got me, boy.
Yeah, you needed to slow down a little bit, brother. You was moving
Okay.
kind of fast.
I know you love it.
You know that left fast lane.
I know you was.
No. You was in that left fast lane.
I know
we
you
need
love
to slow you.
Every other day he was calling me. I see you, Hollywood bird.
You bringing out the ice
Hollywood.
force on here.
I got something like.
I appreciate you bringing a little something out of his closet. Welcome back to another episode of the Art of War. Today, my guest is an Olympian, a former two-time world champion, whose explosive speed and power and his unyielding heart inside the ring has endeared him to fans around the world. He's a husband, he's a father, he's an entrepreneur. Some call him, depending on who you talk to, Polk County Bert. Some call him Hollywood Bert. I can't say he's retired because the brother just took a 5-year hiatus and came back, so you never know what he's gonna do. I want to welcome to the show my brother in the boxing game, Andre Berto.
Yes, sir. Appreciate
Brother,
you.
welcome, finally welcome. It's a long time coming.
Has
Why
been.
it so long to get you, man? I know you're busy.
Oh, man.
I know you got a lot going on, but
Got a lot going on.
took a little time to get you here, though.
It took a little bit, but you know.
But you here, though.
I had to show up for my brother.
Man, I appreciate
You know what I
you,
mean?
brother.
He jumped on that flight.
I appreciate it.
It.
And now you know, I don't know if you want that out there, but now you're on the East Coast again.
Yeah.
You're not on the West Coast no more, so this wasn't that far of a trip.
Yeah, I had to get away from it, man. LA is. I had a good time. As you know, I had great times. Yeah. But you know, as soon as those kids come, we got to change it up. Had to change it on up, man. Head back home.
Man, you're the proud son of two Haitian immigrants, man. You were born in a fighting family, which is very, very rare.
Yeah.
Take me back to your early days in Winter Haven and some of your earliest memories.
Man, Polk County.
Polk County, Bert.
Polk County. I mean, Polk County was a little bit, a little different, especially in the 80s. You know what I mean? A lot of immigrants came from Miami. They moved over to like Polk County, Central Florida area to work. You know what I mean? Like I say, my parents, they were picking fruit and things of that nature. But it was heavy in the drug cycle. People, if they've seen the movie Cocaine Cowboys, these guys were down in Miami, but one of the partners were right there in Central Florida, right in Berto, right in Polk County. So when all the drugs were coming through Columbia to Miami, and then, of course, the feds got ahead of it, they started stopping that. They thought they were smart, and they started going the back way. Instead of flying straight to Miami, they started going to Polk County over in Berto and driving the drugs the back way to Miami. So within that time, so much of that just got, infiltrated right in the Polk County area, man. So like I said, we grew up with a lot of, violence, and especially when it comes to the Mexicans, the Cubans, the Haitians, all the people that migrated to that area to work. Now they can play with the drug game now. So it was a lot of violence in that. During that time.
Like what kind of cities? Like you got Winter Haven.
We got Winter Haven. We got Winter Haven. We got Berto. We got Haines City. We got Lakeland. Lake Wells.
Ain't my boy Forsett from Polk County?
Yeah.
Justin Forsett?
Yeah.
He from Polk County?
Polk County. Ray Lewis, Polk County.
Ray Lewis, yeah.
You know what I mean? What's his name? Trace McGrady, Amari Stoudemire. So we got some killers.
You gotta give it up.
We got some stunners.
You gotta give it up to Florida. You gotta give it up to Florida. Like you can ignore it only to a point. You start getting so many athletes in so many different sports, like that are not just playing but on top.
That's a fact.
And they looking different.
That's a fact.
I don't know if it's the humidity, my boy. I don't know if it's the water.
It's the
I don't know what it is. The heat. I don't know what it is.
It's the swamp.
Y'all bring a lot out of Florida.
It's a swamp water, I think. We drank a lot of it, and we're lucky.
Now, your father, man, wasn't just a father, man. He was the patriarch of the family, but he was also an ultimate fighter. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
What was it like being raised by a man who was a former ultimate fighter, but also a disciplinarian?
I mean, it was a little different, bro. I mean, like I said, the way we grew up, different. Especially, just even my parents, just the fact they're from the islands, so they have a different type
mindset.
Mindset of the upbringing. Like, we made it here, we almost died coming here, and y'all not gonna mess it up. So y'all gotta make sure to stay tightened up. When it came to discipline, the discipline was heavy. Of course you get in trouble. Of course you get your spank, you get your whooping, but at the same time, for us, it was 500 push-ups, 500 squats before you go to school. And this is elementary school, bro. So, of course, like I said, during that time, like I said, they were heavy on us. We didn't like it. Every time we went to school, they already knew that we got into a situation. We were just sore as hell walking around like this, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, it was it was definitely different, man. And we understood our parents' circumstances just by seeing what was going on. Seeing how the struggle was to pay bills, see how the struggle was to not have all the fancy clothes everybody else had. And they made sure to let us know. Like, listen, man, everything's on us. Y'all gotta make sure to try to walk a straight line, so we can try to make a better life for ourselves. So.
Was it not your parents, but your siblings though? Because you got how many siblings? Like what? Four or five of y'all? Dang.
I grew up with 4 or 5.
But were y'all close?
Yeah.
Y'all was a close-knit family?
Yeah, we're very close, very close.
Like I just talked to Stephen A. Smith a couple days ago, and when you read his book, Straight Shooter, like that's how his family was.
Yeah.
Like when he started tripping, you had big bro on him.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
his big sister on
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
Even as an adult.
Yeah.
When stuff is happening, man, come on, man, stop being soft, man, get in there. Was y'all like that?
Yeah, for sure, because like I said, our parents let us know, and we're able to see it around the environment. Like, our situation was different. We're Haitian immigrant kids. We the first generation here.
First generation.
You know what I mean? Like, we all we got. You know what I mean? You guys are seeing everything else that's going around and seeing this. We are all we got. So we got to try to make the best of our situation. And plus, everybody in the house, man, everybody, like I said, we're working, training.
Who was the other fighters in the house? Everybody?
Everybody.
Come on,
My
man.
pops,
Your sisters?
Pops. Both of the sisters.
Cleveland wasn't. What was Cleveland? Cleveland was doing MMA
Cleveland
or
was
boxing?
state and national wrestling champion. Karate when he was younger. You know what I'm saying? So I was the only boxer in the family. Everybody else, my pops. Just like growing up, I used to get in trouble. I was the troublemaker out in the house.
Yeah, we gotta talk about that. We're gonna talk about that.
You know what I mean? So I was the troublemaker. So,
that ain't how you presented when you was at the Nationals. You come in there, smile. You worked at a jewelry store, man.
Because
so you
I
had the
can't mess
chain
it up.
on.
I can't mess it up. I couldn't mess it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, how does that look? You know what I mean? Like I said, with these Haitian immigrant parents, now, I know the story. I know the situation that they had to go through to get here. And I have an opportunity to go out to Nationals, do this, do that. I can't mess
Better not get a call.
I can't mess that up. I'm gonna go smile, fight, do what I gotta do. I'm gonna come back home and act up. You know what I'm saying? But I can't mess up the potential situation.
Not the family name.
I can't do it. Because we're very big, very, very, very big on respect, especially when it comes to the family name. Don't embarrass us. Don't embarrass us. Don't let anything happen to, mess up our situation.
You raising your kids like that? Even though they're younger, are you trying to implement that?
We had a conversation about this a few days ago. I think with me, it was something that's just in my system, when it comes to that. I got a chance to grow up, seeing, it wasn't just, like I said, my parents just yelling at me, just telling me things. I was able to see. I was able to see hard work. I seen my mom, getting up, 5 o'clock in the morning every day. Yeah, make sure our school clothes right, make sure this right, take it off to work. Same thing with my pops. You know what I mean? All right, y'all, we about to head to work. Don't make no crazy noise, just walk to school, make sure to lock the door, and make sure you're able to walk back home and don't cause no trouble. If we're gonna get in trouble, they're gonna call the police on us. Yeah. So that was that. You know what I mean? So I got a chance to see that hard work, ethic, day in, day out with my moms. When it comes to my pops, of course, he's training.
Because he was a gym owner, right?
He is a gym owner, yeah.
Y'all still got that gym?
Yeah, we still got it now. But just him preparing for his fights over in Japan and other situations like that.
Fighting,
so I got a chance to just see it on a regular basis. So that's the only thing that we knew.
What's going on, my people? It's your boy Ak, and you know we have an incredible fight coming your way. We had to team up with the best squad in the game, DraftKings. We're talking Canelo Crawford. Let me get into keys to victory really quick. As far as Canelo, in order to beat a guy like Crawford that is crafty and as busy as him, he has to throw more than 1 or 2 punches at a time, and he has to start early attacking Crawford's body to slow him down, to really land bigger shots midway through that fight. As far as Crawford, he has to be himself and be careful of the big left hook of Canelo. Crawford likes to throw between the shots, and he takes a lot of risks, but that's where he have his most success. And I believe if Crawford is himself and careful, he has a great chance of outboxing Canelo. I promise you guys, you do not want to miss this fight. Even if you're not a hardcore fan, you have to watch this fight. So go to DraftKings, see what they have to offer, and make sure to use the promo code ATSFIGHTS. The crown is yours. With so many different ways to play, DraftKings has something for every sports fan. So staying on the action all night long, go to DraftKings, see what they have to offer via the app or the website. Join in on the fun right now. Go download the DraftKings app right now. Don't forget to use my promo code ATSFIGHTS. Level up your fight night experience.
Now help me out, bro.
What's up?
Help me out. Like I told you a few minutes ago, like the guy that I saw, the Nationals, the USA boxing training camps and all that, man, he was a good, wholesome young man, you know, smiled a lot, you know.
I still smile.
Coming in with that gold chain, you know, you be feeling yourself when you come in, you know, you pull up, you know, confident.
Definitely.
But then I started, you know, later in life, you start kind of sharing some of these stories, man, and I'm like, wait, I'm trying to reconcile what I know from what you telling me.
Yeah.
So whatever you comfortable shit.
Yeah.
Like, what's the Berto that was a troublemaker?
Yeah.
Who was that person? Because I don't know him.
Yeah, I was a little different, man. I was a little different. I wanted to, you know, it took a while. And, you know what I mean, like, still even now, I'm still trying to, you know what I mean, God's still working on me. I'm still trying to rinse a lot of it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You know, I had something in me. You know what I mean? I grew up with a chip on my shoulder. Like I said, I was a troublemaker. You know what I mean? Getting kicked out getting kicked out of, you know, schools, you know what I mean, left and right. You know, got arrested, I think my my freshman year of high school.
See, I didn't believe you when you told me that.
Yeah, man, just, you know, like I said, we just kept it on the wraps, but just kept getting at it, man. I think a lot of that definitely came from just me just seeing my dad as well, just seeing him being such a big, like authority figure in our community. When it came to him, you know, everybody looked at him as boss. You know what I mean? They know he didn't play no games. They didn't know that he was with it all the time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I was a kid that wanted that type of respect. You know what I'm saying? I wanted that respect from him, and I wanted that type of respect from everybody else. You know what I mean? I knew that I was, I knew I had the aggression to prove my point, you know, whenever I needed to. And you know, it just continued to go. But when I was out in public, when I was out at these tournaments, when I was out, it was still in the back of my head, like, all right, cool, I can't mess this up. I gotta try to, you know, make sure I'm presentable enough for the family name. But back home, I'm smacking.
You wasn't scared of your daddy?
That's the crazy thing about it, man. Like my brothers and sisters used to look at me crazy. They're like, why you keep getting in trouble knowing this dude about to beat you up when you go home? You know, it got to a point, bruh. You know, my principal used to be scared to call my dad to come to the school.
What he was gonna do to you?
Because they already knew, because he had this aura about him. Like when he showed up,
Berto,
what do you know what I mean? He's leaving, he's leaving work, and they know that he about to come in, eyes red. He looking at me, he'll say it right in front of me. Like he was that type of guy, like the principal or the teacher talking, he'd be like, when I get home, when I get you home, I'm gonna kill you. Come on. You know what I mean? Or he'll slap me right in front of him.
I'm finna get a whooping. I'm finna kill him.
You know what I mean? So
he might die tonight.
You know, so he had that type of aura. So everybody was always a little nervous, but
what was wrong with you, bro? If your daddy fight for a living and he got a gym, he training all the time. I seen younger pictures of your dad. Even when your dad was older, your dad was still he would still yoke you up.
Yeah, but still,
what's wrong with you, bro?
I mean, it was the principle, bro. If anybody wanted to try to disrespect me, you know, growing up, I had to show something. I had to do it. I had to do it. It got to a point that my reputation, you know, like I say, it was that's just what it was.
But these
You know what I'm
stories,
saying?
some of these stories, even as you got older,
That's
man.
crazy, huh?
Some of these stories, even as you got older, but they
crazy.
so wild to me. I had to fact check some stuff. I had to call Julie. I said, Julie, have you ever heard of this? She was like, no, I haven't heard this.
That's crazy. Yeah, a lot of
Even
things
as you
happen.
got older, though, bruh.
Yeah, it kind of got crazy, bro.
I'm gonna leave it right there, man.
Nah, it kind of got crazy, bro.
Yeah.
You know, I, you know, when it came with the fame and the money, it definitely put a little bit of, you know, gas on it, you know, as well. And I think people, you know, like I say, it's very easy to get put in the position of, you know, okay, he's just a boxer. And the type of streets that I was running in and the type of, you know, circles that I were in, you know, in LA, in Atlanta, in New York, you know, sometimes, you know, they'll look at you just, oh yeah, this dude that box. Oh yeah, you know what I mean? He's just a boxer. All right. You know what I mean? So that was just always my mentality at the same time. All right.
So you ain't appreciate that.
All right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, I box, but all right. Yeah, don't get it twisted. And some people I had to make some examples of, so, you know, it turned to...
Man, you living two lives, brother.
It's crazy, bro.
I'm still fact checking, by the way.
I'm a guy.
I'm still tapping in,
I got
fact checking, by the
kids
way.
nowadays. I got kids nowadays. I'm cooling, brother.
Take me back though to, you know, the amateur days. Like you training, you doing all of this stuff, but like when did the amateur stuff really take off and you was like, oh, I can do this?
Yeah, you know, I believe it's early in my amateur career, man. You know, just being from Polk County, just being from a small town and just really, you know, going to these tournaments and, you know, really out here just standing out. You know what I mean? Like, you know, after I started winning all these state tournaments, you know, national tournaments, you know, regional tournaments, you know, I was that guy that everybody always looked at in Florida. You know what I mean? When the Florida team came to nationals, they knew
They knew you had made it.
They knew our situation was trash. But it was that one kid. It got that one little black little boy.
He can hit. He can
He
punch.
over here smashing. You know what I mean? So I think that really made me, you know, stand out for the rest. And I end up, you know, understanding the situation. And I had other guys that were around me at the time, the Jeff Lacey's, the Winky Wrights, you know,
Even
Roy.
back then?
Yeah, like even back then, you know what I mean? They used to see me because I just made so much noise, you know what I mean, in Florida, because I was just knocking everybody out. So, you know, I'm a man, Wig, you know, Jeff, you know, Roy used to come down and check me out. And, you know, they was just like, oh yeah, this kid gonna be the next one out of Florida, so.
Man, I think the first time I seen you was probably the Junior Olympics. I don't remember you at the Silver Gloves in Lenexa.
I only went to Silver Gloves one time.
Okay, so I don't remember you at the Silver Glove, but the first time I seen you was at the Junior Olympics in Marquette, Michigan.
Marquette!
I think I was at 47.
Yeah.
Was you at 50, 52, or was you below
56.
Me? So you was even heavier than me, but my first time with it was 47.
56.
We got a little couple rounds in, so once you
We did.
after the Nationals, you got the World Camp.
Yes.
We got a little couple rounds. You remember them rounds,
I forgot
man?
about that. Yeah, I had to go ahead and put my hand.
Man, go ahead, man, with these cameras, man.
No, we had
One thing I remember though,
what's that?
wasn't hit.
Yeah.
You felt like you had rocks in your gloves.
Yeah.
I ain't getting hit with that. That's one thing I remember was the speed and the power.
Yeah.
Speed and the power.
Yeah.
I think we only had like 2 rounds because they swap you in and out so you can get different looks, but
Yeah, no, I had a mean
power was real.
Yeah.
Power was real, explosiveness was real.
Yeah.
And but some of that stuff though, you know, you credit that to your father with the working out.
Yeah.
A lot of that stuff just natural that he built on top of.
I think a lot of it was natural, but at the same time, you know what I mean, I think it was definitely the work. You know what I mean, all the work that I hated, I mean, growing up, and just him at the same time, you know, never really giving me that approval growing up. It was...
He didn't?
No, it was just like, you better make sure to work. So my thing, you know, growing up was I always tried to prove myself to him as well. So, you know, I mean, just me training for these tournaments, we literally was training for these tournaments like I was getting ready for championship fights. Early in the morning, 5, 6 in the morning.
School.
Before school, we running sprints. And he behind me with the car. If I slow him down, you know, he cracking me. You know what I mean? He hitting me with the car, bro. Like, no bull, he hitting me with the car. And he ain't caring, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So I had to stay on it, and like I said, he put in the time, you know, with me, you know what I mean, like in a way that I couldn't let him down. You know what I mean? And I wanted to show him that I was superior at the same time. All right, cool, you gonna make me do this? All right, I'm sure I can do that too. All right, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. It was a lot of just me just trying to prove myself to him. And even when I used to go to these tournaments and win, he used to come back. All right, yeah, that's cool. All right, good. All right, make sure I see you in the gym tomorrow. Make sure you hit the gym tomorrow. So it was never that.
That's how my daddy was.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't never that, you know what I mean? That was just our household too,
He give
bro.
a couple days, and then we right back to it.
Quick.
We right back to it.
Quick, so, you know what I mean? That was the house, man. That was the mindset, and that's the only thing I knew is to go out there and work hard and like go out there and put on a show and come back home and bring Pops that trophy. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's what it was. But with every one of those, it was like, all right, cool. Now look what I did. You know what I mean? Really kind of trying to, reach for that, for that acceptance. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy because like some of the stuff that, my dad, Verge, your father, stuff like that, the stuff that made us.
Yeah.
Like not celebrating too long over your victories.
Yeah.
And, putting it behind your stuff. It's like that stuff can help you and make you, but it also kind of mess you up in life. Like I don't really, like even to this day, I don't celebrate me well.
Yeah, me either.
I don't really like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it worked in the ring and with the boxing stuff, but in life, some of the stuff that work in that ring in life, it kind of throw you off. You're like, I don't know.
That's a fact.
Just because it's been like that since I've been a kid. So it's interesting with that stuff, man, even as I'm getting older, like stuff that I'm working on today that work in a boxing environment, but in life, it's crazy. You can't.
Yeah. I mean, even me and my wife now, like, I mean, that's one thing we bump heads about. Because everything she does, she thinks she needs to, you know what I'm saying? She thinks everything that she does or accomplish, you know what I mean? We need to have a party. I'm like, all right, that's the first step. You got to keep going. Man, I mean, you got to keep your foot on the pedal. But that's just not where she came from, you know what I'm saying? She a daddy's girl, you know what I mean? So it's crazy, man. I think it just depends on the kid too, right? Because I've seen a lot of kids just growing up that had parents that were tough on him. And that definitely, put that type of pressure on them, and they didn't like it. They didn't like it, and made them fold. You know what I'm saying? They kind of just like stayed away from it, or they really kind of separated themselves as well. But some of us, you got that pit bull in you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you like that resistance, and you gonna show them.
But I'm learning, man, you gotta get help with that stuff, and you gotta tame that stuff, because that lock in, that rah-rah, focus, and then that competitiveness. Yeah. You can't bring that into marriage every day. You can't bring that with your kid. Like, it's time I'm competing with my kid. Like, man, chill, man. Chill. Or I'm competing with my friends and something. It's like my competition level is different than
it's crazy.
So I gotta reel myself back in. But a lot of times I think that's why we see entertainers and athletes, it's tough after.
That's a fact.
As they get older or when they retire, because like you bring in all of that into this, these people ain't ready for that. That's good for the stage, for the ring, for the field.
But on the other hand.
But it can work for you too, if you manage it right.
That's what I'm saying. But on the other hand, which I tell a lot of, athletes or even just entrepreneurs, right? Like a lot of them, they come in, they pay me to come speak to. I said the teams and things of that nature because they want to know their championship mindset.
They want to know.
They're workers. Yes. They know how to make money, but they need that dog in them at the same time. So when it comes to us athletes, I say all the time, I'm like, listen, bro, like you got to take that same mentality and just put it in you just competing in a different stage. That's it. The same thing. And put that work in, put that mindset, the same, like the mindset preparation, the work, same thing. You just gotta go out there and do it.
You gotta change the mission.
You just gotta change the mission.
I'm still who I am to a point, you know what I'm saying? I'm evolving, but I still got that thing in me, but it's just the mission is.
The mission is different.
I got
You're
that
different
drive.
arena now.
Yeah.
You're a different arena now, so take that there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like I
that's
said,
the evolution, man,
that
we in the process of going through right now, man.
That's a fact.
Man, take me to 2003, 2004, man. Juan McPherson. Cleveland, Ohio. He built like Tommy Hearn, but the boy was smooth, can buy, and he left-handed.
Yeah.
And y'all rumbling, man, and he giving you the blues, bro, because you like, man, this dude won't stop moving. And then take me to Tunica, Mississippi. In 2000, it was 03, 04. I think it was like 03.
What did you
03, 04. We got our researcher and USA Boxing representative.
When was it?
Tunica, Mississippi, 03 or 04? It was early 04?
Early 04.
To the Olympic trials, first time I ever seen cotton in my life. I'm from California. We don't see that. I'm going through. We driving to where the fight's at. I'm looking like, what is that?
Yeah, Tunica.
That's cotton, huh?
Yeah, Tunica wasn't it.
Tunica wasn't it.
It wasn't it for us.
But you had that was a pivotal moment for you as your Olympic run was starting and your amateur career was ending.
Yeah.
What happened in Tunica that changed everything for you?
Man, Tunica, Mississippi. That was crazy.
Was that the first night? The first fight?
First night. We get to Tunica, Mississippi. The Olympic trials, of course, me, I'm a Juan McPherson. We used to always exchange, rank number 1, rank number 2 for the last few years. He beat me. I think he beat me twice already. I never got a chance to beat him. Like I said, the kid was 6'1", 6'2", southpaw.
Good boxer.
And nasty. You know what I'm saying? But for this particular, training camp, I was fortunate enough, my boy Winky, he brought me into camp when he was getting ready to fight, Shane Mosley. So, he knew I had the speed, he had the power, and I was his number 1 guy for the camp. So we was out there in Houston with Jay, and I was out there in training camp with him for like 2 months, 2.5 months. So I got a chance to see, one of the best southpaws. I got a chance to see that look every day for 2 or 3 months, bro. So, I felt I was just more than prepared. Yeah. And,
it showed.
Huh?
You look good.
Man, it showed that fight, man. I got a chance to, and went out there to the trials. And I still remember the first night, when they were doing the drawing, for the brackets. And, everybody knew what time it was. They already knew me and Juan was going to be those ones. So I still remember them drawing. They got the 152. And they called my name. Andre Berto. They put me up on the board. I still remember sitting there with my dad, my pops right here. I'm like, all right, cool, all right. They do the drawing. He said, wow. Juan McPherson. What? He put that up. Everybody in the room like, oh, shit, the first night. Yeah. I looked at Pops, I said, I got up and walked out like,
it's about to go down.
It's go time, let's go. You know what I mean? And I just locked myself in the room, man, and I just got my mind right. I had to get my mind right, bro. And people don't understand the intensity that goes.
It's a lot of pressure.
When it comes to this fight game, man. All the weeks and months of working out, the anticipation, especially even from your family, that are looking to especially my situation, just like understanding the environment my people was in, and I was that guy that, in my heart and in my mind, I knew I was going to change the situation, but I can't let this dude, try to derail me from that.
Because at this point, it's over. Amateur career over with
it's
if
done.
You lose. If you lose the trials or whatever, it's over with.
Yeah.
So the stakes are high.
It's done deal. So going into that fight, it was I was getting ready to walk in, but I was so nervous too. I still remember my pops being behind me. He rubbed my shoulders. Come on, kid. That's one thing with Pops, man. It's like, once he sees me in almost like a life or death situation, that's when I see his emotions come out. I love you, son. I'm gonna stay focused. At home, never hear it. You know what I'm saying? During training, never hear it. A lot of these other, like tournaments and other, never hear it. But when he sees me in a situation where the world is watching and it's almost like a life or death situation, that's when I see it pour out. I'm like, all right, cool. So, just walking into that fight, man, I was ready. And like I said, I got a chance to see that look over and over and over again. And, I went at it, man, and just going into the last round, I remember, in between rounds, they were able to tell you the score. So I know I was up by like 6, 7 points. I was so happy. I said, finally, I'm about to beat this man. Finally, I'm about to beat this man. We in there, we getting in the mix. I remember him, it was like slow motion. He threw a straight left. I rocked back. I hit him with that right hand. Boom! I seen his body go limp, but he grabbed me. He just grabbed on top of me. And the only thing in my mind that went was, you ain't getting away this time, bro. I can't let you.
I need this. Yeah.
I went to shaking him off me, and I threw him. He fell to the floor, and I remember his old coach.
Al. What's
Al.
Al? Yeah, Al.
I remember his old coach, Al. I went to neutral corner, and I'm seeing Juan trying to get up, but he looking. I see him looking at Al, and Al was like, stay down, because he was losing. Stay down. Juan looked again. That boy went to rolling around the canvas.
Yeah, I remember, I was there.
Rolling around the canvas like he just got hit by a truck, bro. And he stayed down there until they came out and picked him up in the stretcher. And I didn't know what was going on. I'm sitting there looking around. I don't know what's happening. And like, referee brought me in the middle, and he said, I'm disqualified. So I threw him down. Heartbroken.
Yeah. It's
Broken. So, I mean, and then right after that, I still remember Julie was trying to go to bat for me, and some
the
other
appeal process.
Yeah. Was going through the appeal process of it. They rewatched the tape, and they reinstated me into the tournament. So I show up at the weigh-ins next day.
I remember that.
And guess who showed up too? From leaving the hospital.
Why?
Showed up at the hospital. Showed up at the weigh-ins, ready to fight. I'm good now, let's go. So, went through that, man, and then...
He was trying to fight?
Yeah, he was trying to fight. He said he good. Okay, he got disqualified. I'm still in there. So, we went through that, and they were just like, listen, this is a little too crazy, and we got to put a halt to everything. Because, of course, Juan had a big team with him. The second part of the trial, they were supposed to be in Cleveland as well.
Yeah, the box office. Yeah.
Yes, and around that same time, that's when LeBron was about to get drafted too. So Cleveland was, they kind of wrapped this whole thing around the whole Cleveland situation. So, they came and they stopped the tournament until we had to do it like arbitration.
Yeah.
And figure it out.
So you went through that whole process, man, and they didn't, they didn't reinstate you. So where did the whole, the Haitian option come in, and whose idea was that?
Actually it was Shelly Finkel's. We got out of arbitration. They stopped the tournament for about 2 or 3 days. Of course, everybody else in the tournament, they were highly upset because they wanted to continue to keep moving. So we had to go through arbitration. And, I still remember just being in the arbitration room. Then after they made their verdict, that they were just gonna have both of us out. I had a lot of the managers and promoters there. Of course, they were there scouting. And Shelly Fink was, he was standing outside at the time. He was managing, what's his name, Jeff Lacey. And of course, he wanted to sign me as well. So, he seen me. He said, hey, man, don't you got dual citizenship for Haiti? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, have you ever thought about, fighting for Haiti? I'm like, I don't think they got no team. Like, it's kind of...
And they didn't.
It's kind of messed up down there. Man, they didn't. But the funny thing about it, man, this particular year, for the first time, they were trying to take a boxing team to the Olympics. So I made the call. My pops made the call out that way, and they were more than happy. Oh, damn right, come on. You know what I'm saying?
But you were the only one on the team.
No, but still, listen. I made the team, or they put me on the team, and we went to Mexico for the qualifiers. And they had other people from like France, Canada, some other Haitian guys that they ended up making the team. The first day, everybody loses. I'm the only one that made it and continued to win. Well, I don't know if you know the situation. They tried to disqualify me at the qualifiers too.
They did? I never heard that story.
Yeah. You remember that?
What you do this time?
No, because
you did somebody on their head?
Because I'm there. Everybody on the Haitian team gets wiped the first day, but it's got this one kid. He knocked out the guy from Argentina. He knocked out the guy from Colombia. He's knocking out this other guy, and they like, nah, bro, he don't fight for Haiti. We seen him fight on the U.S. team before.
Oh, they try to get
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to see documentation that he has the Haitian, passport. So we had to go through that whole situation again, man. So my pops, And he called his government friends out that way. They made me a makeshift, birth certificate. They made me a makeshift. They made it happen.
Yeah.
So, and I ended up meeting Von in the semifinals.
Yeah, that was wild, man. Being in Greece with the U.S. team, and we used to seeing you with us.
Yeah.
And you the only one that got on
Y'all did that boy
a
bad.
Haitian uniform.
But
Like, bruh, we see you. Good luck, man. Handle your business. But it was weird, though.
But y'all did Von's bad, bro.
What happened?
Because, of course, all my boys on the U.S. team, and I was hearing all the stories. Y'all was talking to them crazy.
Vanessa?
Yeah, y'all ain't supposed to be here. You know what I mean? Berto here. You ain't supposed to be.
A lot of people loved you, man.
Yeah, some of the guys was treating them bad.
A lot of people loved you. But he was fighting and arguing. And Vanessa, he was fighting back, man.
He was trying to.
But, so you in this situation, bro, and you lose the first night. You think you lost?
Nah, I get to do, 3 standing 8 counts.
You don't think you lost that?
Nah.
I never seen the fight.
Yeah, no, I fought the cat from France. You know the guy I fought at that duel when we met up at that duel.
He was cold though. He was a good fighter.
Yeah, he got me that night. I think he robbed me a few times. But for this time, of course, I was ready. I fought him. Like I said, man, I was on him. I gave him 3 standing 8 counts. He still won. So, after that, man.
But at that time, though, people don't know. Like you mentioned, Shelly Finkel.
Yeah.
And the managers and promoters coming to these national events.
Yeah.
We don't have it ain't no regulation where you can't talk to an amateur fighter. Like I was at the Nationals and I'd be talking to Cameron Duncan that night, Shelly Finkel that night. Man, I saw your win. Congratulations. We're watching you. Right? Yeah. So they hovering. They there.
Yeah.
So was Lou DiBella in Greece with you?
No, he wasn't in Greece. We had a lot of conversations before Greece. I had conversations with a lot of guys. It was, him, Shelly Finkel.
Did you talk to Al at
Gary
that point?
Shaw? No, I didn't know Al. I didn't know anything about Al.
So you ended up signing with Lou DiBella?
Yes.
Coming out of the Olympics?
Yes, because Lou called me right after the games, and he watched the fight.
Berto, we love you, man. We got to have you.
I don't care about this amateur point system.
You got a pro style.
You're our guy. You got a pro style. You're our guy.
Yes.
Just come home. Yeah. You know what I mean? Leave this stuff alone. I'm like, all right, bet. You know what I'm saying? So I came home and I spoke to everybody, Gary Shaw, Shelly Finkel, Cameron Duncan. Went to go see Lou.
Jay.
Yeah, I spoke to Jay.
And still no Al Haymon?
No, I didn't know Al.
Where was Al at?
I don't know. I didn't know nothing about Al.
You didn't know nothing about Al?
I didn't know nothing about no Al Haymon. I never heard his name.
That's
didn't know anything. So I ended up signing with Lou. And we did a co-promotion, with him and Dame Dash.
Yeah, so he was doing Broadway boxing.
We did the Broadway
with Curtis
boxing.
Stevens,
Jadon Codrington. It was crazy.
And that was hot for a minute. That was like at that time, that was it.
We lived crazy.
Yeah, that was it.
We were fighting at the Hammerstein Ballroom. Everybody running around with these little cameras doing little interviews, but we in there, Dame Dash, Jay-Z's, the Ja Rules, in this little Hammerstein Ballroom, Shanti, all the little celebrities, me, Jadon, and Curtis, we in that thing, going in there just knocking all these guys out right afterwards, and boys putting on, big fur coats. We walking out of the place, they opening up, like Cipriani's for us, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, you see Dame and Puff, everybody, we was living like rock stars. The next day, Chris and Irv Gotti, they putting them boys on a jet, they flying over to Vegas to park. Yeah, private jet flying out to Vegas. Anything y'all want, we staying at the Bellagio, anything you want, So it was a lot.
I knew how they was getting down, though, because I was beefing with them.
I know you was.
I was beefing with them. I'm way in California.
You watching everything.
I see it. First, like, them boys ain't focused. They knocking out bums right now. They ain't focused. They gonna have their day. So I'm beefing. Look, me and Curtis got history. Me and Curtis go back. We done fought 3, 4 times.
Yeah, for sure.
So we got that history.
Yeah.
And then I ain't never had no history with Jadon. But we was in a similar weight class. I was the gold medalist. So, they looking at me like, there's something weak and soft about me. I'm silver spoon. Because I remember when I got knocked down early in my career, I didn't hear nothing from them dudes before that. And at that time, Boxing Talk was big. So you get on the website and see what everybody's talking about. So when I got knocked down, they started talking. Yeah, they started chatting. Oh man,
do that.
wait, if he hurt him, what you think we gonna do?
What you think I'm gonna do?
But you know, we watching the whole time. I'm watching the whole thing, bro.
Curtis was saying something about that too. Kurt, like, yeah, it's different. It's the pros.
It's different than the pros, yeah.
The pros, you know what I mean? We go ahead. I'm clipping him, Bert. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
No,
Yes,
it
sir.
was. I know it was a crazy time, man. But yeah, just like you said, I think the lifestyle, you know what I mean, definitely got him early. And you with guys, listen, man, you know, Chris and Irv, those my guys still now that they let them guys to death. But at the same time, they like the homeboys that got some fighters. It's almost like you got some pit bulls. You know, my pit bull can beat your pit bull. You understand me? So it wasn't really too much of real discernment when it comes to their matchmaking. It was just like, nah, we're gonna throw you out there and, you know, my guy gonna beat your guy. You know what I mean, type situation, and yeah, ended up catching up with him.
Yeah, but they living like rock stars.
Yeah, we was.
You know, I ain't saying every rapper smoke and drink, but they living like rappers. But they athletes though.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know,
we're living different life.
you can't sustain that.
Yeah.
You can't that ain't sustainable.
Yeah.
Cause soon as you step that level up, maybe even the next level you can get away with it. You start getting into that contender stage, you got dudes that really know how to fight and they don't mind getting whipped on for 7-8 rounds just to get that one shot through. And they know you inexperienced and you gonna make a mistake. Now the game is different when you gotta stretch them rounds out and you hitting something, hitting a fighter and they hit you back. You know, so that's when stuff start getting different for them. When did Al come in the picture? At what stage in your career? When did you first hear about him?
My first fight, actually.
Really?
Yeah, my first fight was in Little Rock, Arkansas. I was
Jermaine Taylor undercard?
Yeah, Jermaine Taylor's undercard. I think I was the co-main.
Because he had Jermaine at that time?
Yeah.
Okay.
He had Jermaine. I believe I was the co-main for that one. I went in there, you know, of course, I knocked dude out like the second or third round. You know, like I said, we put on a show. Then on my way, you know, to the dressing room, I see some dude just, you know, he just rapping to me. You know what I mean? Hey, I need to talk to you. Hey, man, Al Haymon, man. You know, da-da-da-da. I'm like, what's going on? Like, who is this dude? And they let him in my dressing room. He just like this. Hey, man, I'm on the phone with Al Haymon, man. You want to talk to Al Haymon? I'm like, who are you talking to, bro? Who is Al Haymon? I'm like, bro.
Sam, yeah.
My man Sam, you know, Sam Watson. I'm like, bro, I don't know Al Haymon. I'm like, man, y'all get him up out of here.
Did you know Sam?
I didn't know Sam. My first time seeing him. I'm like, I don't know what y'all got going on, but get him up out of here.
Yeah, they hustling, they working, man. That's what they
doing. Get him up out of here.
They working.
So, you know, he seen me
Get
again.
him up out of here.
You know what I mean? Like, I seen him again later.
Hey, Sam, he was trying to get you up out of there, man. He wasn't trying to hear it.
I said, listen, dude,
talking too fast, brother.
You talking too fast. Like, who are you? What's going on? I'm like, man, get him up out of here, bro. I seen him again later on that night. He said, listen, man, we came to see Jermaine. You know what I mean? But we love you. Hey, man, Al Haymon. I said, I hear what you're saying, bro, but I don't know you. I don't know what's going on. I leave. The next morning, I get a mystery call.
Private.
Hey, how you doing? It's Al Haymon. I'm like, well, how dude got my number? You know what I'm saying? And you know, we just had light conversations. I called Lou. I said, Lou, man, what's up with this dude, Al Haymon? You know, he just called me. I said, who is he? Yeah. You know, and you know, one thing about it, you know, Lou went to bat for him quick.
Really?
Lou was like, hey, man, you know, he's here. I mean, he's gonna be a big force in the game.
Really?
And I think you should consider it, because I used to always think, listen, bro, I don't need no manager. I believe and I know I'm good enough. You know, going into the situation, I believed that I was better than Lou's whole roster. And I was like, listen.
He said that?
No, I'm saying that's what I believe.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like, going in, and I was like, listen, all I need to do is just get a few fights on Jermaine's undercards, they're gonna see. And they're gonna put me where I need to be. I don't need no manager, you know what I'm saying? And plus I didn't want nobody else trying to take no money from me.
Percentage.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how the situation happened, and you know, Lou kind of went to bat for him, and he just kept calling me. Like, a lot of people don't know, I spoke to Al on the phone for a year before I signed with him. You know what I'm saying? He would just call me. He'll continue sending, you know, Sam to the fights. I didn't know why. You know what I'm saying? But we'll have conversations, you know, almost every day. You know what I mean? At the time, he was with, you know, Jermaine Taylor. He had Jermaine, Burning Force, and
It was like some of his first guys, yeah.
You know what I mean? And he was in the mix of getting Floyd. So everything that he would do, you know, he would tell me. He'll let me know, hey, man, we got this right here about to happen. Like, just watch out. You know what I mean? It was very much just, just showing me, you know, his power and just showing me that everything that he's saying or everything he's telling me is going to happen. Yeah. So he would tell me something, and I'll see it on Boxing Talk, see it on the news. I'm like, man, God, man, this dude is serious for real. Like, you know what I mean? Any type of really big moves that was going on. Of course, I can't get too in depth, but you know.
Why not?
But
can't talk about it.
But
I just said you want to talk about it.
But you know what I mean. So he really, he really showed me some things within that year. But then again, like I said, we had a lot of, you know, life conversations. Yeah, not just boxing, but just life conversations. And I was able to get really close to him and understand and just know his family and just know everything about him and you know, just everything that he's said that he was going to do for me or he was doing around the boxing game.
He did it.
You know, he did, and he was able to, you know what I mean, let me know and let me see it.
That's one thing I always respected about you is that, you know, even though you were still young in business, you always had good instincts. Like, I ain't just gonna go for anything.
Thanks.
Like, I gotta watch you. I hear what you're saying, but let me, you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Yeah, that Polk County come out like, bro, I hear what you're saying, but I'm too busy watching what you're doing, man.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's good to know, and that's a good lesson for the youngsters out here, man, because it's a lot of fast talkers, and sometimes they can produce for a little while.
Yeah.
It's very rare that somebody can talk a good game and keep it going as long as Al did in your life.
That's a fact.
You know, but y'all got to take y'all time, man. When these dudes coming up to you and they flashing money, even dudes that want you to invest in stuff.
Nah, man, we see it all.
Man, I got this thing. Just listen, man. Just listen to what they saying.
Yeah.
Just watch and take your time, and time is a revealer, and you either gonna see over time, nah, this is a good connection, I need to do this, or I gotta leave that dude alone.
That's a fact.
Or I can't get involved in that
I
business.
see it all the time.
So that's a good thing, man. Y'all took y'all time.
Yeah.
Give me this, I'm gonna shift gears for just a hot second. What's your first and welcome to the pro game moment where you say, oh, this is different?
When I fought David Estrada. Yeah, I think I told it. I told that story before. Probably when I fought, David Estrada. Before then.
Was that before the title or after?
That was before the title.
Okay, it was right before.
Yeah, that was like my big, one of my big, HBO showcases. Yeah. He just got off of, fighting Shane Mosley at the time. Tough, like rugged cat from Chicago. And he fought, like I said, he fought Shane. He had a tight fight with Shane and a few others. And at the time, I'm just running through everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm making it look easy. I'm just running through everybody, man, and they finally put me in there with a guy, David Estrada. Like I said at the time, I don't care about none of these cats. You know what I'm saying? I ain't caring about nobody. You know, they ain't gonna be able to handle my speed and my power. I don't care what you
speed and my power.
Speed and my power, they ain't gonna be able to handle none of that. So
Hey, that's how the punchers be thinking, bro.
I'm trying to tell you,
That's how
bro.
the punchers be thinking. As soon as I hit him, he ain't gonna be able to take that.
Yeah, so as soon as I seen a little bit of his tape, hey, listen, bro, when I was coming up like that, bro, I wasn't watching no tape.
None?
We watch a little, if I see a little bit of tape, and I see how slow, or if I see a combination looking
he
slow,
can't beat me.
Oh, it's over. Yeah, it's over. Yeah, go ahead, turn it off.
Make that fight. Yeah, make
no,
that
we
fight.
good. Go ahead, turn it off. I don't want to see it no more. Now we go. We about to eat him up real fast. So, like I said, Dave was one of those guys. I don't want to see it. I want to see him good. We in training camp in Miami. And the funny thing about that fight was, yesterday we was training at the same gym in Miami. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Different
times?
Yeah, different times.
That's
we
crazy.
We'll find out a little bit later, but had a hell of a training camp. And, of course, winning that fight with a lot of confidence. It was my showcase, like on a big show. I think it was another Jermaine Taylor on the card. But when I tell you,
Got you. Bing, bing.
What? When I tell you the way this boy came out that first round,
Yeah.
he came out just banging. It was no jabs, nothing. He walked straight to me, bing, 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 bing. I said, I'm trying to cover, but I need to get warmed up first. Relax,
hold on, bro, chill.
I'm like, relax, like he coming out fast the first round. I still remember walking back to the corner. I was telling Tony, I said, man, damn, he trying to embarrass me in front of everybody. Like, what's he doing?
You
like,
said that to him?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, he ain't following the script. You know what I'm saying?
What you thought he was there for? He trying to put show embarrassment.
You know what I mean? I'm like, what's going on? I mean, all the HBO people there, everybody there.
Was Kerry on top at that
Yeah,
time? Was he running HBO
yep.
at the time?
Yeah,
okay.
wasn't that Kerry Davis was there? Just everybody was out there. You know what I mean? He come out banging me. You know, and you know, I was just surprised. And second round, same thing, come straight at me. Bing, 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 bing. And the crazy thing about it is like I'm hitting him with these power shots I said I had. And the speed I was hitting him with, he was bang, bang, coming right back. Bop, 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 bop. I was like, okay. So he's pushed me back to the ropes. He's banging me up and down, to the head, to the body. You know what I mean? I'm trying to move. I'm trying to shake. I'm trying to jab and move. He don't care about that. He grabbing me, he pushing me to the ropes. He hitting me on the side of my head, hitting me on the, you know what I mean? Like hitting me with uppercuts, hitting me to the body. And I'm like, this is crazy. I'm looking around.
That's how this supposed to go.
It's crazy because I'm
This
sitting
is not how this supposed to go.
I'm sitting there looking around like, this is crazy. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? He just coming out banging, bro. And you know, and just midway to that fight, you know, I really had to, you know, I had to start talking to myself. You know, I used to hear guys say about it all the time. You know, once you're in these certain type of fights, you have to really start talking to yourself. I was in the corner, bro, talking to myself, my eyes swelling up. Never seen it swell before in my life. Lips swelling up, you know what I mean, bleeding. And I had to talk to myself, like, okay, I need to move around the jab, I need to do this, I need to do that. Tony, please tell me something.
That boy going back in that boxing bag, like I need to figure this out.
Man, tell me something, you know what I mean? What I need to do, You know what I mean? And you know, and I really just had to make a choice right then in the middle of that fight. Like, okay, it's either gonna be me or him. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm in a situation where this guy is steady coming and he's banging. He don't care about who I am. He don't care.
Bringing it.
That all these people are here for me. You know what I mean? He trying to take me up out of here. So I had to make a decision, man. And you know, it was either just me or him. So I had to sit down and had to bite down. And after a while, man, you know, my body went numb actually from all the, you know, all the punishment he was giving me. And you know, I caught that second win, like the 56th round. And, you know, and all the shots.
My body went numb.
Yeah, my body went numb. This the fight game. They need to know this the fight game.
How your body going numb? Because you getting hit.
Face numb, face swole.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, body numb.
That was a 10 rounder too, wasn't it?
Yeah,
10 round or something like that?
I think it was 10 round. You know what I mean? Face numb.
Welcome to the pro game.
I'm talking about body hurting, you know, but like I said, at that point, you know, a lot of my shots I was hitting them with started to break him. And, you know, and now I'm starting to see him wince here and there. Mm-hmm. So now my mind is changing. It's you know, it's getting to a point of like, yeah, okay. It's gonna be me and you tonight. Banging him. Now I wanna see your face change like my face changing. Bang, 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 bang.
Can you take it?
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, can you take it? Now we're in the deep waters. You a veteran. You kept saying that about me, so now you're in the deep waters. Let's go. And end up, you know, just breaking him down. End up, you know, knocking him out. I think in like 10th or the 11th round. And you know, that was the first fight that just me walking out of the ring. Mm-hmm. Of course, I was happy, but as soon as I went back in the dressing room, I looked in the mirror. I didn't even know who that was. I didn't know my face could do that. You know what I'm saying? And then I take my cup off. I remember going to take a piss. Look like red Kool-Aid. Red Kool-Aid,
That's
bro.
crazy.
So, you know, my old rituals of, you know, after fight time, you know, going to after parties, having fun. Tonight, bro, I was in that bed. I mean, you know, I was in that tub, that hot water.
That boy in the room.
I told everybody to go out and do what they
In the
do.
room.
I was in that
Got
tub.
the ringer off.
I was in that tub
Boy
soaking.
got the ring off. Leave me alone.
I was in that tub soaking, man, thinking about life, but I was happy, but that was my real introduction to the program.
See, a dude like that, that's one of the toughest times. Nazeem Richardson, man, one of the greatest boxing minds, philosophers that I've ever known out of Philadelphia, man, the late Nazeem Richardson.
Yeah.
He said this about all of us, our class. He said the toughest time for them gonna be right now. On the way up. You got a David Estrada, you got a Roy Ashworth that I fought, Darnell Boone, like this is their Super Bowl.
That's a fact.
No, I'm not a champion yet, but we got a name.
That's a fact.
And if he beat you, if Estrada beat you, That's another big payday. His payday probably gonna double or triple from HBO, and they for sure gonna bring him back. Who's this guy that just beat Andre Berto? But it's a tough time because you on the way up and you trying to learn how to be a professional. You trying to learn how to carry the weight of being a pro. Plus you learning how to fight.
Yeah.
At this level.
Yeah.
But you ain't got time for that because dude is there for a purpose.
Yeah.
And if he can upset you, everything changes.
But how did you feel too with that Darnell Boone fight?
I felt terrible.
Yeah. Because that was the first time being on the showcase. You know what I mean? He hit you with a shot. Of course, he rocked you.
But I had been
How
rocked.
did you feel?
I got rocked my second fight. So I went from a 4-rounder version like me fighting 4-rounder. He said, man, we fight a 4-rounder. If you get a slip and they call it a knockdown, you got to draw.
Yeah.
He said, you good enough to fight 6. So I went to 6, my second fight. And got hit with a whip, because, you know, I'm still learning how to fight inside. So I'm not knowing how to yoke you up and grab you until the ref get there. So I'm slipping off you and stuff, you know, because you got Vaseline on the gloves and stuff. It's just a different world in the pros. You ain't got a tank top and all that. So it's just different. So he snuck one in, uppercut, and I got hurt in that fight, first time ever as a pro. But the Darnell Boone thing was different because, dude, I never seen the shot, but it was in the clinch again. Birds kept saying, stop relaxing in the clinch.
I remember that.
Referee say, break. All right, ref.
I remember.
That's what we doing to amateurs. He say, look at me. And you got to respect him. Man, the pro game is cutthroat.
Bing, bing.
I look at him, all right, ref. He look, bang. I can't catch you no other time, but I got you right now. Brother, listen. I don't remember, listen to me good, bro. Listen to me good.
You remember just...
I don't remember the round it was. Listen to me. I don't remember getting hit. All I remember is just getting my hand raised after and hearing cheers and boos.
Man.
That's it. I think I got dropped in the, I don't know if that was a 6 or 8, but I had, whatever round it was, I had 2 rounds left. Bro, I don't know how I got through them rounds. Listen to me.
You already know.
I'm fighting on instinct, bro.
Straight instinct.
God had to be with me that night. Because I don't remember the 2 rounds that I fought. It's 2025. I still don't remember.
You still don't remember the 2 rounds?
I just remember getting my head right there. It's like,
and we
and they're like, boo. And I'm looking like, what happened?
What happened?
I won. Why y'all booing? And then when I went to the back, it started kind of coming to me a little bit. I said, man, you got hit with a shot there. So, yeah, how did I feel? No, I ain't feel too hot. I ain't feel too hot because the way I was...
You know what I'm saying? How did it affect you mentally? Because you already know.
Like in the moment or after?
I'm talking about in the moment and after. Because just knowing, of course the media situation isn't as big. I mean, of course it's a lot bigger than what it was back then, but still, you know, all of us within our class, we seen it, so you know, them phone calls when they're coming. Ding, ding, ding. And I know you felt that.
Yeah.
I know in the moment,
I just did what was what was in me came out, the dog. So in the moment, it wasn't no whole bunch of thinking. Like I said, I don't even remember. I just became who I was. Like, I got bite down. But afterwards, that was the first time that I started feeling what the media stuff was about, because everybody loved me up until that point. Even when I got buzzed the second time, it was like, oh, what happened right there? But nobody really like said nothing crazy. This was the first time when I went on the internet, man, and I'm looking at these websites, and I'm seeing these people talk crazy. He's not who we thought he was. Could he be a bust? Question mark. Like it got lit quick. Like I'm talking about days after. So that right there, man, that messed me up because you know it was weird too about that fight, bro. Because I had a bad feeling. About that fight.
I'm saying, but he was doing that to everybody though. That's the crazy thing about it.
Listen to me.
Darnell Boone, he was just.
But no, the world didn't know that though. But I knew it though, because HBO, they sent tapes. They sent you 2, 3 guys. Look at these guys, pick one. I don't think they gave me a choice for that one. And I seen how he fought, and I seen that his style was gonna give me some trouble, because I'm still young, I'm still trying to, my defense a little leaky, I'm trying to figure it out. But in Portland though, that whole week, I just had a bad feeling something was gonna happen. I locked myself in my room the whole week. I felt like something was gonna happen. And it did, and I never had that feeling since. But I felt like, even in the locker room right before, like you got nerves because you finna fight, but I had like different type of nerve. Like I was getting ready to experience something. I knew something was gonna happen. And it took me, bro, I had to, that he ain't got a chin stuff, I had to wear that. The Darnell Boone fight was probably 04, 05 or something like that. I had to wear that till like 2008, 2009. It wasn't, but it made me though, you know? It made me. So I didn't like it, man, but in them moments, whoever you are gonna come out.
That's a fact.
So
especially in the moments.
Yeah,
especially
so-
afterwards too, bro. 'Cause one thing with a fight game is we love it, but when I tell you this fight game is going to give you some of your highest highs in life, and it's going to give you your lowest lows really, really quick, really, really quick. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a funny type of relationship that we have with it, because we love, of course, when we're on top, but when it goes the other way, that thing there just put you in shambles quick.
Nah, it's a different world,
Yeah.
and I think that's what fans don't understand.
They
Like,
definitely don't.
We've been actually dealing with this type of pressure since we've been youngins. Like, we got local hate in our gyms, people chirping, oh, he good, oh, he not good. We got, if we lose a national or something, even if you win, you got people chirping back home,
Yeah.
you got support, but you got hate. We've been dealing with that since we've been kids. When you turn pro, you got family pressure, plus you dealing with media stuff. So, like, we become who we become, and it's like people think that, like, they can say anything and like move you off your mark. Oh, I thought you lost, or you're terrible, or how'd you even? It's like, brother, we've been dealing with this
Yeah.
for years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think the microscope is bigger, of course, as a pro, of course.
No, I'm saying even as a pro.
Yeah.
But I'm saying we get to the highest level, and the stuff start coming, the negativity start coming. People think that that's the first time you had to experience that.
yeah.
That's not. We've been
Yeah.
dealing with this in some form my whole life.
Yeah.
And the higher you get, the bigger the target.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But we've been dealing with this stuff our whole life, man, and that's what makes athletes and fighters different.
Definitely makes it
because you learn to deal with that. Like it's like a person that's going to a 9 to 5. Just think of somebody all day was telling you, you suck, you're terrible. Why'd they hire you? You can't even do your job right, and you had to actually tune that out and do your job every day. Somebody would just.
Yeah.
That's terrible. You trip coming off the elevator. Oh, look at you, you're clumsy. Think of somebody was talking crazy to you all day at your job, but you actually had to still do your job or else you was gonna get fired.
And they're not seeing all the work we gotta put in. They're not understanding all the sacrifices that we gotta make on a regular basis. But then again, we have to perform in front of the world. Have to perform in front of the world, which plenty of people, they wouldn't even dare to step in no ring
They're not
like
gonna
that.
take that walk.
Ever.
Most people won't take that walk.
Ever.
Yeah. So you got fast track. I believe you got fast track. Probably about 3 and some change years to a world title.
That's a fact.
About 2008,
Yeah.
and at this time, Al is locked in. Y'all locked in.
Yeah.
So Al locked in, and but Al wasn't always a ghost, man. I see some of them old fights. I see Al Haymon in the crowd.
Yeah.
I think did he have Tar ready? I think for that fight, I seen him in the crowd. I seen him at some fights.
Yeah, no, I mean, he used to do that. Like I said, the people, the Al Haymon that everybody know now, of course I got a different experience with it.
But what happened though? Why he stopped being present to like calling him the ghost?
Because I think, with him, his name was ringing a little too much.
He got too big.
You know what I'm saying? Like
he got uncomfortable like
yeah.
that.
You know what I mean? That's
looking for me.
You know what I mean? That's Al, man. It's like, I still remember days when he used to just pull up at my house in LA where you sit down and just talk, for hours. You know what I mean? And of course, same thing with what you just said. He used to be at the fights. He used to be in the seats. If you watch the fight with me and me and Victor Ortiz and me and all these other fights, you'll see him right there front row. You know what I'm saying? And but it got to a point I believe that his name started to ring a little too much, man. And just one thing with him, he don't like he don't like all that attention at all. You know what I mean? Like I remember I used to go to fights, and he's been signing a lot of these fighters, and some of these fighters never seen him. Never seen him. Like literally be in a press conference, after a fight, and he'll walk up to me and talk to me, be in the back of the room. He like, all right, I gotta make my moves real quick. Bing, bing, bing. He move around, talk to whoever he need to talk to, and he out that side door. I'm sitting there watching him. But like everybody, I want to thank y'all, Haymon, they ain't never seen him.
He was a mystery.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
And he'll just sneak out, or if I'm in the front of a hotel at MGM after a fight, I see him sneak out, and like somebody, they'll pull up a Honda Accord. You know what I mean? He'll hop in the back. He taking off. He going to see his mom. You know what I mean? Like, that was just him. That was just him, man. He always just wanted to stay discreet. And he's always telling me too, man, you get in trouble once too much attention get on you. You know what I mean? So he just like playing the back.
Man, you had your first defense against Stevie Forbes. I was there. That was a big
Yeah.
night. You know,
Yeah, it
former
was.
world champion. You followed that up with a war with Louis Collazo.
Oh, yeah, it was good.
And then you came back and beat Juan Urango,
Yeah.
who wasn't no joke.
Yeah.
And you know, you had a lot of buzz, man, around
Yeah.
that fight. You had the champ sponsorship. This had put you in a position, man, for a mega fight
Yep.
against a future Hall of Famer, Shane
Yeah.
Mosley, in 2010.
Yeah.
But January 12th, man, 8 days before the fight, you know, it's a catastrophic earthquake in your homeland, your family's homeland
Yeah.
of Haiti. You canceled the fight 8 days before to go help with the rescue relief and the disaster relief. Who made that decision? How did that decision get made to cancel that fight?
You know, it was a tough decision too, because at the same time, you know, I'm about to make the ultra leap to superstardom. You know
Crazy
what I mean?
money.
You know, crazy money. You know, fighting a guy, you know, that I idolized even at the time. You know, Shane Mosley is one of my favorite fighters, and you know, just being able to be in the same breath as him, and just us just standing there face to face. You know, just even me going back home looking at those pictures, I was like, ah, that's crazy. I'm about to fight Shane. You know, but we're in training camp, and of course, you know, everybody that's been following my career for a while, I've always, you know, gave back, you know, back home in Haiti. You know, I had the time, you know, 3 orphanages that I used to take care of. And I opened up, I don't know, about like 50, you know what I mean, water wells and things of that nature. So, you know, just preparing for that fight, I had a tremendous training camp. And of course, Eric's story happens. And it was just something that I just couldn't ignore. You know what I mean? Of course, you know, millions of people died, but of course, at the same time, I'm getting calls from a lot of the kids, that I take care of in these orphanages, gone. You know what I mean? These kids are dead. The orphanages, they smashed. A lot of the schools that we took care of, bought computers and things like that, kids dead. You know what I mean? And it was hard, you know, coming to train every day and seeing this on the news every day. And my parents, you know what I mean? They were walking up and they were coming up at the same time at my house, just letting me know like certain family members are gone. Certain family members are missing. You know what I mean? So it was a situation that just me, just with the integrity that I have, you know what I mean, for the culture, you know, over in Haiti, and just the pride that I have within myself at the same time. I mean, it was bigger than boxing at the time. It was bigger than boxing. So
Did your parents want you to cancel, or did they want you to fight and then go over there after the fight?
I mean, like I say, it was tough, man. They would come and sit on my couch, man, and I'd just see tears in their eyes. You know what I mean? So it was like they didn't have to tell me nothing. You know what I mean? Just being who I am, you know, I knew what I had to do. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, I believe, you know, that just holds weight just for like the love and integrity that I have for my family and for our nation at the same time. So, you know, I mean, we made the call, and I called out. Yeah, he understood. Like I say, it was hard to ignore. It's hard for me to go to train each and every day. Just seeing this, like I say, on the news, or just the hearing, I mean, every other day, the different family members are missing, different family members they found dead. So, you know, I just didn't feel it was right. You know what I mean? For me to do so, yeah, I probably could have did it, and you know, just probably just shine a little bit more light on the situation. But I don't know, man. I just didn't. You know, I didn't want to do anything just for my personal gain at the same time. You understand what I'm saying?
Country was hurting.
Yeah. So you know, like so we made the call. I said we canceled the fight, and you know, I had a great friend, you know, what's his name, Dr. Bart Green, you know, down in Miami. You know, he was taking, you know, private jets, you know, back and forth to Haiti, bringing supplies. Like I said, I gave him a call, and he was like, come on. So me and my brother, we strapped up, we packed our bags up, and, you know, we was on that first plane smoking.
What was you feeling when you first touched down in Haiti? What did that feel like?
I mean, it was, it was like a scene out of a movie. You know what I mean? Getting to the area and just smog and smoke everywhere from just all the buildings that that crashed. And he was one of the first ones down that way. He had these big, makeshift tents of just patients that he was bringing in. The team were going out in the streets, they dragging people out there. You know what I'm saying? They bringing them in to treat them. And everything was so raw and uncut.
So you
understand
seeing
what I'm
dead
saying?
bodies,
I'm
you
seeing
seeing
everything. I'm
people
seeing dead
wounded,
bodies.
children.
I'm seeing people with arms off. I'm seeing, and these doctors, they have to try to work on these people just like that. They didn't have any anesthesia at the time because it was fresh. And, I'm seeing babies getting buried. I'm just seeing all this just up close and personal. And, like me and my brother had to have a little conversation. Like, listen, man, whatever we see, we walk into this tent, we gotta be strong for them. So, like I said, man, and Dr. Barth Green, like I said, it was so intense that he was giving the doctors that came out to fly there 3 days at the minimum. And then they had to leave because it was too heavy, just mentally for them to see that, man. And we got a chance to help a lot of people, but I seen a lot of death. And the most, like the eerie thing about that trip that continues to still stick with me when I think about it is like the nights where I would leave the camp and just walk the streets just to get just to have some alone time. Just walking those streets and seeing all those buildings smash, but you can hear everybody, crying and screaming to try to get somebody to help them get out. They were still under the
still
rubble.
in them buildings.
Still under the rubble. I would hear it walking through the streets. It was such a crazy, eerie, feeling to walk, in this path of just seeing just like a bomb hit it, but just hearing everybody screaming for help. And you couldn't get to them. You know what I'm saying? So that really stuck with me, man. It was tough, man, but we got a chance to pull a lot of people out that we could. I seen kids, get pulled out. They watched their parents die, in the house. And they would just sit there and just be in a daze. Yeah. And 2 or 3 days later, they'll end up, I don't know, just dying from shock. So that was a tough situation.
How long were y'all over there?
We was over there for probably like 5 days, probably 6 days. And we had to get up out of there, man. It was
a lot.
It was intense. It was intense to see all that.
When you got back, was it any talk about y'all trying to reschedule that fight? Because y'all never ended up fighting.
Yeah, we had some talks, but like I say, Al was just like, man, that was, we want to make sure you're all right, you know what I mean? And I think Floyd ended up sneaking in that situation, you know what I mean? Him and Shane ended up, working something out. Of course, Shane was, he understood the situation, but at the same time, he still wanted to fight. You know what I'm saying? He'd been in camp for the last 3, 4 months. So they ended up, working out a situation for him and Floyd, so. I missed that one.
So that's the worst feeling in the world for a fighter who done spent money in training camp. You've been punishing your body, doing what you do, and you waiting on that check. I need that.
You need that.
And then you don't get it.
It's
terrible.
Terrible. It's crazy.
It's a terrible feeling.
It was crazy.
But this gets you, you don't fight Shane next. You fight in 2011, man. You fight Victor Ortiz.
Yeah.
This is the first time you really face some rough waters in a pro game. Like Estrada, you had some moments. This is the real time. Yeah. You go down in round 1. He go down in round 2. Y'all both go down in round 6.
Crazy.
Walk me through that fight.
Crazy. It had a lot to happen in that fight, man.
Let me ask you this. Did you prepare right, though?
Nah, bro. I was a young cat, man, I had a lot of pride and ego. Julie will tell you what she had. Yeah. I had a lot of pride and ego at the time, too, man, and I didn't want to fight Victor Ortiz. I didn't know who he was.
You didn't want to fight him?
No, I was supposed to be lined up to fight Floyd.
Yeah,
I was lined up to fight Floyd next. I'm like, that's the fight I want. And they've been hearing me, knocking on the door for the last couple months. And at that time, I'm wilding a little bit. I'm living out in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting it in, and
probably wilding a lot of bit, but go ahead.
Yeah, that's for facts.
Go ahead,
But they called me for the fight. I'm like, listen, what's up with this Floyd situation? Like, I don't know Victor Ortiz. What are we doing? And you know, and of course he talked to me and said, listen, you get over this Victor Ortiz situation, and this Floyd situation's next. But I'm already hot, I'm already mad. I'm over in Atlanta, I'm having a good time, partying. I don't know who Victor Ortiz is. Last thing I seen about Victor Ortiz, he fought Marcos Maidana. And I seen Maidana almost kill him. I'm like, I ain't gotta train for this. You know what I mean? I ain't gotta train for this. So, you know, I'm out in the A, man. I get to camp probably 6 weeks out. 6 weeks out, you know what I mean? You know, but that's one thing with me, though. You know, every time, camp time, you know what I mean, comes, we get to work. It's the only thing we know. So we get into it, but the thing that killed me for that fight, which of course not too many people even know, but we are sitting watching Nonito. You know, Nonito down there, he's getting ready to fight.
Big Dutchin? Vic?
Yeah, I think so.
Big Dutchin.
And we see him work with Victor Conti. So we see in the preparation, and we see him using the machine, like this hypoxia machine. It's supposed to simulate, you know what I mean, high altitude, make your endurance more, this and that. We're already always in great shape, but like I said, we're always trying to look for that edge. And we seen it, we said, oh man, that looks dope. Let's get one. You know, me and my brother at the camp, I was like, yeah, I mean, let's get one. So we found out the company, I mean, they had it. We rented one in. Didn't know what we were doing.
You overdid it, didn't you?
We didn't know what we were doing, didn't know how to work it. We just seen them with a mask on their face, and you can
work for him.
You can put
must work for us.
The high altitude situation. All right, cool, that makes sense. We don't need nobody, we good. I eat breakfast in the morning. After I get put on my face, sit down there. I go training. If I'm not sparring, I'm punching the bags, put it on the face. We got the machine, my brother got the machine, just following me around the gym, and I'm, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm wearing it for like 20, 30 minutes straight. And, you know, but as we continue to get closer to the fight, you know what I mean? I'm just feeling just tired all the time. And I still remember, you know, probably like 2 weeks, you know, just leading up to the fight. You know, I got it on my face again before breakfast. And I just remember my brother, you know what I mean, he waking me up. Hey, man, and what's going on? You good? I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, man, you almost, you know what I mean? Like, you almost, you know what I mean? I went to sleep and just passed out. I'm like, really? He's like, man, I don't think we should use this no more. I think, I mean, it's almost fight time, you know what I mean? Like, you know, probably should stop using it now. I'm like, all right, cool, I take it off. But the damage has already been done. You know what I mean? Like 2 weeks leading up to the fight, every day I'm trained, I feel so tired. I'm sparring, I can barely go 3 rounds sparring. We don't know what's going on, but Tony's like, listen, man, you know, maybe it's the weight cut, but we know that every time those lights come on, you perform. So, yeah, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm feeling crazy. I'm telling him, and you know, I'm sparring. I'm just feeling weak. So I'm like, yeah, you might be right. So, like I say, go fight time. I'm fueling up, but I just know something's up, man. It just didn't feel right. It's my first time feeling so extremely nervous. That feeling that you felt with Darnell Boone, that was me. I was feeling crazy. I still remember sitting down in the hotel praying, like, I don't know what's happening, I don't know what's going on, but just get me past the night. And you know, we get ready, man, and yeah, I'm praying. I'm trying to find a way. Please, God, get me through this one. We get out there, man, and you know, in somewhere in Connecticut, somewhere in the woods. I don't think nothing about it. Man, I'm getting ready to walk out. I look to the right. I'm already nervous because I don't know how my body gonna react. And I mean, I walk out. I look to my right. I see Floyd. I see 50 Cent. I see this person, that person. I'm like, what the hell they doing way out here? I'm like, yeah, they out here scouting. I said, man.
They there.
I walk in that ring, man. I see, I look across, man. I see Victor Ortiz. I see this boy bouncing. I see him bouncing across the ring, look like a rabbit dog, bro. Huge, big, sweating, just looking like he looked like he had just killer in his eyes. I mean,
He coming for you, bro.
I'm like, oh, damn.
He coming for you.
So, you know, I mean, we got to buckle down. I'm looking to this side. I'm seeing Floyd looking like he's like, yeah, we're going to see what you're about. You know,
Your name getting floated with mine, so we'll see what this thing really looking like.
I'm seeing Victor Ortiz over there looking like he more than ready. I'm like, God, oh, man. So, I mean, everything that people seen during that fight, even though now, you know, people say it's classic, blase, but I hated it for forever. But everything that people seen that night of that fight, that was just straight instinct. Straight instinct. I was tired after the second round. They never seen me just lay on the ropes as much as I did that fight. My legs everything was gone. I didn't know what was going on in my body. Everything was gone. It was straight instinct, man. Straight instinct.
What you thinking when you go down in that first round?
You know, I really just went down just to slow down the pace. You know what I mean? Because like I say, I was nervous coming in. I didn't know what was going on. He came straight at me. Boom, 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 boom. I'm like, I wasn't really hurt. I just went down, like, all right, man, slow this thing down. Like, I need to get myself together. And, you know,
What you thinking when you clip him? Second round.
bro.
You thought,
When I clipped the second round, I said, all right, here we go. Let's go. Let's go. The fight just now starting. Let's go. Yes, sir. I said, all right, bet. You know, but still, like I say, in between all of that, you can see that I was still, you know, very tired. I'm still just laying against the ropes, my legs and everything. But, you know, when I clip him, you know, I feel like, all right, the fight just started. But the second knockdown, I still don't know. You know what I mean, how he got up from that, bro. Because the way I turned on that right hand and I clipped him and I seen his eyes rolling back his head and damn slobber coming out his mouth, there's no way he was supposed to get up from that punch,
He wasn't
bro.
supposed to get up.
I cracked him. He fell down. I said, it's over. Everybody went crazy. I said, oh, thank you, God. When I seen him get up and wipe his face like nothing happened and came back, I said, God.
He's still strong.
He was still strong. He came straight back at me, bro. He came straight at me. But I was, you know, I was like, okay, cool. And he's up. I can't let him off the hook. I said, I gotta finish it now because my body ain't right.
Got nothing left.
I have to try to finish it. I came straight at him, man. I'm banging. I'm trying to clip him, I'm, you know what I mean? I'm touching him, but I'm trying to catch him with that good one. By the time, you know, he goes around the ring a few times with me punching him, I'm done. My body is spent. So he hit me with that left hook. Then he hit me with that second one. My body just collapsed. It didn't hurt. My body just was done. I was done. My body was a wrap. It was over. My body was just so spent, man, because I came in with way less than a half tank, and just me expensing that, I was done.
Yeah. Y'all both went down in the sixth round.
Yeah.
And, you know, you end up losing that fight, man.
Yeah.
After that fight, you go to the hospital?
Nah.
You go to the hospital?
No, I didn't go to the hospital. I didn't think, you know, it was a tough fight, man, but I still don't feel like I took, you know, too much of punishment, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? I got hit with a few shots, but a lot of stuff was blocked as well. You know, I was just so hurt by it, man. I was just so hurt by it. And you know, like during the time of that lead up, and even just my prior fights beforehand, you know, I will always try to gain the attention, you know, from the masses. You know what I mean? You will see me all the time. I'm on Twitter at the time. I'm in like the hip hop magazines. I'm at every party. I'm at every event.
Yeah.
I'm passing out DVDs. I got my team passing out DVDs. I had a big van that was wrapped with my whole situation on there. It was promotion. I need everybody to know who I am. Everybody know that I'm coming. Everybody know I'm the next superstar. But in that moment,
You ain't want to be known like that.
in that moment, when that happened, I remember walking to the airport, you know, walking through the airport with my family, man, and you know, having the hoodie over my head. I felt like everybody in the world seen me get beat that night. You know what I'm saying? Every celebrity that I got in contact with, every person that I loved, that wanted, you know what I mean, like for me to, you know, show that attention. I felt like everybody seen it, bro, and I just wanted to hide from the world. You know what I mean? I went back home, you know, it was on ESPN. It was on the newspaper. You know what I mean? Family calling. I wanted to disappear from everything, but I just wanted just the pain to stop. Like, that was my first time, you know, that I was in a situation mentally that I didn't care if I hopped in the car and drove the car off the bridge. Just to silence it all. You know what I mean? And you know, that was a tough time for me, especially for me to want so much of that neediness from the world, but now, you know, getting so much of the criticism and hate from the world, and like I said, I just wanted just to disappear, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, in that time, you know, I wanted to think about a place that nobody would know me. And I remember I got my brother and my 2-3 cousins, and we flew to Bali, and I stayed there for like 3 weeks.
Bali.
Went to
Bali.
Bali. As far as I can go. I don't want nobody to know my name, nobody know my face. I just need some time.
Man, but you don't waste no time, though. You don't waste no time. 2 fights later, you fought Robert Guerrero now. You fight another tough fight, man.
Yeah.
Guerrero's from kind of where I'm from. You know, I'm from Northern, from Central. Another southpaw.
Yeah.
Did you know him going into this fight?
No, I didn't know too much about him. You know, but still, even in that time, bro, I was still trying to, I was still, you know, working, you know, with things within myself.
Where was your confidence at?
You know, it wasn't really, I mean, like I said, it definitely got shaken, because even a little bit after that, I got that call from, you know, from Victor Conte. And it's funny, because like I said, I didn't know him at the time, but I guess he knew that I got the machine. And I told him, you know what I did?
What'd he say?
And he was like, oh my God. First thing, oh my God, oh my God. You need to go get a blood test right now, oh my God. We got a blood test done, man. I damaged my kidneys really bad, damaged my liver pretty bad. You know, I totally, you know, stripped, you know, my body from, you know, like any type of like the iron that was in my body at the time. And I had to go to the hospital. I had to go to the hospital and get all that stuff checked, man. And
So was you right before the Guerrero fight?
Nah, I wasn't all the way.
Still wasn't right?
No, because it was a building process to try to heal all of that. You know what I mean? Heal the kidneys, heal the liver, just try to rebuild my blood, you know what I mean, like the iron in my blood at the same time. So at this time, you know, as a fighter, with all this confidence, now you get that confidence shook
up.
So now I'm trying to find solutions to fix this. I need to fix this, I need to fix this. So, you know, during the Guerrero fight, you know, I go vegan. You know what I'm saying? My first time in my life. Okay, I need y'all to fix this. I need y'all to fix that. You know, okay, cool. I'm just gonna eat this. I need to put all the iron back. I need to heal my body. And it's like, you know, you can't be in a space where you're trying to test things out, especially when you're in the line of fire like that, man. So I go vegan. I'm trying to fix the problems. You know. And I found myself, okay, yeah, I got a lot of energy, but the bite isn't there.
That bite down.
You know what I'm saying? Bite ain't there. I'm looking real lean, looking like my muscles, it's deteriorating. So, you know, I'm in a position, man. I'm trying to build that confidence. I'm trying to really, you know, remember, you know, who I am.
Who I am.
You know, who I am. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I mean, that was a tough time for me, really trying to figure it out. But going through the process, I mean, in front of the world, with them not knowing what's happening. They just seeing me getting clipped now, like this
He
guy
ain't who we thought he was.
Man, this kid was a this and that, just a superstar, man. What happened? I mean, I'm trying to go through the process of healing my body. I'm trying to go through the process of still trying to, you know, just walk back into that lion's den where, you know, I got embarrassed to try to, you know, regain that confidence back. So, you know, I mean, you know, I understand it, bro. It's like when I see, you know, people like Deontay Wilders, when I see
what they're going through.
When I see like the Ronda Rouseys, I see all of these people, you know, once they go through, you know, that first loss, you know, especially the real confident ones, once they go through that first loss, it's a battle within yourself. Really trying to find out who you are. Nothing changed. You still got the skills, you still got all that shit, but
you gotta find it though.
But you gotta find it.
So, you know, at this point, man, you come over to our camp, you train with Verge, and you have been through some stuff now. You got the scars to prove. You've been through the emergency rooms. You didn't took the losses. You didn't seen how I call it the dark side of the game.
Thanks.
Where everybody really don't love me. The suits, the people at HBO, whoever you fighting for, they start moving a little bit different. Because this about business, it's about ratings, it's about numbers for them and talent. So if you start slipping, we'll be here a little bit, but we ain't got time to really hold your hand like that.
That's a fact.
Were you thinking about your health at this point in time? Because you done been through like back-to-back moments. Was you thinking about, man, I got to be careful? Did retirement ever come into question? Did your parents bring something up?
Yeah, of course, man. I definitely thought about it. I think like I said, man, it was really me just trying to find myself, again.
So you didn't know whether you wanted to retire, keep going, or what?
Yeah, like I said, I believe I still had the fire in me, but like I said, I had to find myself and that confidence. And with me, I'm hard-headed. Some people will just, run away from it. But I'm like, all right, well, I need to hop back in that fire again. I need to know within myself, which I always did know, who I am. And sometimes you gotta, hop back in that fire. You might get hit by that truck again, but it's the only way you're gonna get through it on the other side of that. You gotta show up. Gotta show up. You can't keep running away from it.
That's half the battle, is just showing up.
You can't keep running away from it. Your whole life. You understand? So that's just how I was, man. I was hard-headed with it. I know I can put in the work, but I had to find, that Andre Berto again, man. So that's why, like I say, me and Tony parted because I felt that, I've always been, very talented, but some skills I had to try to put in place. And I didn't really trust too many people. And of course, I've known, you and Verge for, since we were kids. So, I went ahead and made that switch up. And the crazy thing about that is, man, which I think a lot of people need to know and hear, right? I believe, coaches have their seasons too. Yeah. You see, when Freddie Roach, he had his rides. Everybody running to Freddie. Everybody running to Freddie, get that. I had to work. You see Verge, had his stint. And a lot of fighters went out that way. You see Earl Spence coach, the same thing. But I think one thing that a lot of people don't consider, especially with Verge at the time, I showed up, Abner showed up, Amir Khan showed up, a few other guys, because to be honest, I can be honest and be candid now, we showed up as, like broken fighters. You know what I mean? And we had to get that confidence again, but we're not supposed to lose who we are. And I think when you get into a position when you're looking for a different coach, like how we went with Verge, Verge had a completely, like a different style than what we're used to. And when you're trying to fix something, we try to take all of it in at one time. Yeah. And we try to implement everything at one time. So once it's fight time, you are really not who who you are. You don't fight like this. I'm gonna try to because, I see Andre Ward fighting like this. I see this person fighting like this. They said this is the right way to do it, and you lose yourself. Same thing happened to Abner. Same thing happened to Amir. Same thing happened to me. I said my first fight back, because you're trying to implement all these new things because you want to.
You want to get fixed.
You want to fix it. Yeah. You want to fix it. And, and that's one thing that, that Verge used to say, that Verge used to tell me, just like, man, bro, listen, like, remember, you know how to fight. Remember who you are already. You you need to go back and watch your amateur fights. You need to go back and watch your first, 20, 25, pro fights. It's still there. You understand what I'm saying? So, of course, we can implement this, but be who you are. You understand what I'm saying? But I think, that happens a lot when you see a lot of, fighters that go through some type of trauma.
It's trauma, yeah.
And they go to try to get fixed. They want to fix it now. And it's going to throw them off to a sense. So, that's one thing that I had to learn, I had to see, especially my first fight coming with Verge. And of course, you're not going to fix everything in one camp. You understand what I'm saying? So I say, man, this fight game, this fight game is wild, but you don't need to go away so far from what brought you there. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? So.
What I learned from him, you know, I've never been beat as a pro, but I've had a lot of rough moments.
Yeah.
Sometimes people don't know the rough moments because I poker face it or we don't let it out, but you know, you ain't gonna get you boxing is a bunch of landmines. It's not if you're gonna step on one, it's when and how many.
Yeah.
You know, so I've done a lot. He used to work on my psyche and my mind even as a kid. But even seeing y'all rebuilding, I learned that from him. You know, that it's not about giving them 10 new things, like you said. Like we gotta be real about what happened.
Facts. Yeah.
That's the first thing. You know, Verge is like that. Yeah. Hold on, nah, this is what happened.
Yeah.
Then we got to figure out, okay, did you do something wrong? Was you ready in camp? Can we point to something like that? We got to be real about what happened. How did you prepare? And then I got to take them one or two things to bring you up here. But then most of my time is reminding you of who you are.
That's a fact.
Brother, listen, you didn't get here by not knowing how to fight.
Yeah.
Hold on, just because you got hit with that shot and you went down don't mean you can't take a punch. You got to be able to get this, and if you got a fighter that got a good mind and they got an engine, they'll take most of that stuff and they'll be able to rise up out of that heat and do what they need to do, man. I want to jump to Floyd real quick. You know, you and Floyd have been rumored for years, right? But y'all had crossed paths. LA, Miami, different places, bruh. You know, you got a lot of Floyd Mayweather stories of y'all just being in the vicinity of each other, having mutual people, being at the same parties.
Yeah, a lot of run-ins, for sure.
And what was his vibe around you? What was your vibe around him? Was he looking at you like, oh, the little homie?
I think Floyd, you know, funny thing about me and Floyd, I've known Floyd since I was 16. When I won the Golden Glove qualifiers in Vegas, and I won a Golden Boy. That's when I fought Tim Bradley. I beat Tim Bradley in the finals. Floyd was there, I guess, I don't know if he was scouting, I guess that's what it was, but everybody that won, you know, he wanted to take out. He wanted to take out for dinner.
Oh, y'all come with me, come on.
Yeah, so, you know, Floyd, hey, man, you know, come on, man, you know, I'm going to dinner with you, man, So, you know, it's Floyd. So we young kids, we want to go and, we want to go try to enjoy. Floyd come out in the valet, hey, man, get the Bentley, get the Rolls Royce, get in it. Hey, man, you, I want you to ride with me. So I'm in the back with Floyd, you know what I mean? We go to the steakhouse. You know, Floyd being Floyd, man, you know, he around the back room, all the kids, you know, all the other fighters they eating, and I'm sitting right over him, man. You know him, man, he can't sit down. Yeah, man, yeah. You know what I mean? He got all the other guys, yeah, champ. Yeah, you know, I done won this about 4 or 5 times.
What's my record? How many champions I beat?
How many champions I beat?
How many champions I beat?
Oh yeah, I won this about 3 or 4 times.
Floyd, we got you down, Floyd. We've been watching you for a long time, Floyd. We can imitate you.
You know what I'm saying? Floyd gonna give it to you. Oh yeah, you know I just bought the new Rolls Royce out there. Yeah, you know that.
Oh yeah, that's mine. That's mine. Yeah, this costs a like 50. You know. This costs a like 50. This costs a like 50.
Like 50. So you know, so I'm in that mix. So you know, of course I enjoyed the night, but you know, after I turned pro, you know what I mean. You know, for some reason, man, I was the type that I guess just end up being in certain situations where a lot of celebrities.
Yeah, you kind of a celebrity
magnet. You know what I mean? They was rocking with me heavy.
You a celebrity magnet,
They was rocking with me heavy, man. You know what I'm saying? So I was in the mix of a lot of, you know, just known celebrities, man. They definitely were drawn to me, and you know, I think I was doing a lot of big things very soon that he didn't expect. You know what I'm saying? So I was in a lot of parties. I'm next to a lot of, you know, big people. I'm with LeBron, I'm with Jay, I'm with Dame, I'm with, you know what I mean? Early in my career, everywhere in these parties, he'll see like, hey, Berto, what's going on?
So y'all would be in the same room?
All the time. You know what I mean? We used to be at certain parties and, you know, he'll send somebody come in, you know, come holler at me. Hey, man, you know, Champ, I want you to come up to his table and see him. Nah, you know, tell Champ, man, I'm good, man. I got my own situation going on over here. I'm good, man. You know what I mean? Tell him I appreciate it, though. You know what I'm saying? He'll see it. He'll be like, really? Okay. He'll order 100 bottles. Be looking like this, make sure I see him. I'm like, I see you, Champ, man. Do your thing. You know what I mean? But I'm good. I'm doing my thing over here. So, you know, we used to always just run into each other in a lot of, golly, man, a lot of crazy situations, man. If it was you know, if it was females, if it was, you know, people that he was beefing with that I was cool with, you know what I mean, the T.I.s, the Nellies, you know what I mean, all these guys were my guys, and you know, yeah, they'll have situations, and we'll be all in the same city at times. And, yeah, we got some crazy stories when it comes to a lot of those, but, you know.
Was you around him at all? Around when them rumors start getting real thick?
Which one? About
Just
me
about
and him?
y'all fighting.
You know, yeah.
Like when you lived in L.A. and you was older and you was like,
yeah,
man, you know.
Yeah, you know, I mean, but he never really, you know, every time I seen him, you know what I mean, it wasn't never no static, to be honest, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I mean, like I said, we knew so many of the same people as well. So, you know, that's why I kind of knew it. Like, I know Floyd. I know Floyd.
Yeah, you say that a lot.
So, you know what I mean?
Even in the build-up of y'all fight.
You know what I mean? I know him.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just like, I've never was in a situation with Floyd, nervous, or this, because I know you. Like, you see the type of people I'm around. You see how, you know, a lot of my guys, they get down as well. You see a lot of people that you respect, that respect me, even on the street level, even on, you know what I mean, in different other situations. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, like if I'm in LA, I'm throwing a big party. Yeah, I mean, I think it was you know, All-Star Weekend. You know, it was so big, it was so crazy. Every celebrity that he can think about was up in there, and then he popped up in there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
At your
Man,
party?
who doing this? Nah, this me, bro. Oh, this Berto. Hey, Berto, yeah, man. So this is crazy. I mean, Carmelo over here, Fab over here. Man, you know, maybe we need to do something like this in Vegas. You know what I mean? He just seen a young cat with all this motion. You understand what I'm saying? So it's one thing that either he respected or he was threatened by a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So? I think so, because like I said, he used to always try to get close to me, but I always was, you know, I always had the mindset was like, nah, I want what you got. You understand what I'm saying? You cool. You know what I'm saying? You cool, but I want that. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't never in one of these kids that just want to get
played the little homie.
Yeah, no, I didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? I never did. And I think that's one thing that used to frustrate them a little bit. Like, bro, like I'm trying to bring you in, but I wasn't on that. Like, we was cool. Every time I see you, every time we kick it or da-da-da, we was cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, I rock with you, but that's where it's going to stand. Like, I'm finna try to build my own situation. So.
Man, y'all finally did fight.
Yeah.
And, you know, was the negotiations hard? Because, you know, Floyd in a strong position, so he could take everything and give you a little bit.
Yeah.
Was it like that?
Nah. It was,
I was in a tough situation, though.
Huh?
I was in a tough situation, though.
Nah, not really.
You don't think so?
Nah.
A lot of people think you Al baby. Like, you one of the first ones, and he gonna always take care of Bert. Yeah. But then Floyd was as massive as he was. Yeah. So how you do that?
Nah, I mean, one thing with Al's always gonna, you know, he got loyalty to, I mean, he got big loyalty to Floyd as well. Yeah, because they made so much money together. But, you know, I mean, it's funny how, I mean, he can say whatever he want to say. You know what I'm saying? It's funny how that, you know, how the fight got, I mean, it kind of came about. But they had the Pacquiao and Floyd fight. We all go up there. You know what I mean? We check the fight out, you know, good situation. And then just me and my lady, we walking through the casino. What's his name? Rodney Jerkins.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? You know Rodney Jerkins, big music producer. Yeah. Y'all can talk to him and ask him. Yeah. Rodney Jerkins, well, he runs up on me. Hey, Berto. I mean, not even 3 hours after the fight, bro. Not even 2 to 3 hours after the fight. Rodney Jerkins, he run up on me. Hey, Bert, man. Hey, man, you better get ready. I said, get ready for what? Man, Floyd ain't gonna fight you next. I said, Floyd ain't gonna fight me next. I said, what are you talking about? I said, I just left the champ house. And he said he fighting you next, Bert. Bert, he fight you next. I said, this man just got finished making $100 million in his hand, guaranteed. Fighting a big fight of his life. And he said he gonna fight me next at the house right now, after that big fight? Yeah. The only thing he kept saying, I'm fighting Berto next. He walking around, I'm fighting Berto next. Months go by, I'm in camp, getting ready for what's his name, for Devin Alexander. Training. I'm in camp probably 5 weeks in, 6 weeks in. I get a call from Al. Yo, Bert, I just got the craziest phone call. I'm like, wow, what's up? He said, you training? I said, yeah, of course. I'm in camp now. What's going on? Floyd called me. Floyd said he want to fight you next. I look at the phone. I start smiling. I'm looking at the phone. I'm like, you say what? Yeah, man. Floyd said he want to fight you. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. He just insists he's fighting you next. So call me back. Let me know if you're down with it. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening, but, if you don't want it, I let him know. We'll just keep moving. I said, what? I called my pops up. Pops like, yeah, let's go.
You gotta take that.
Boom. I'm on the phone.
So that mean you had to stop camp? Like you can't fight this fight next?
Yeah, we had to stop camp. So I called him back. I said, man, let's roll. He said, you sure? You sure you ready? I said, yeah, man, let's get it. So the only thing I kept doing was just smiling, like, this is crazy.
That's the one you've been wanting.
That's the one I've been wanting, but the way it came across, I know why it happened. You know what I'm saying? Out of nowhere. I'm like, all right. I said, let's go. I said, let's go make it happen.
Take me to the fight, bro. You walk into the ring.
Yeah.
Keep it real with me. You scared?
No.
Are you nervous? Let me ask you this. Let me ask it this way. Does the moment feel as big as it was?
I think it's a different situation, you know what I mean? Because like I said, I've known Floyd for so long, and I've watched him fight for so much. Me going through that camp really was just me preparing myself mentally for the circus that came. You know what I'm saying? With all the circus that came with him. Of course, he didn't make training camp, easy. Of course, they dictated all the terms.
We need you here. You got to promote. You got to go fly here. You
and do all that stuff. Like the drug testing came whenever. 3 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they'll come back to back 3 days in a row. Like I can tell they really kind of, put it on me just to make it uncomfortable. But like I said, with them, what they continue to say, listen, you got the opportunity to make history. So
yeah, deal with it.
You got to deal with all the terms that come with it. So that's what it was, man. It wasn't really getting so mentally prepared to see him because I've seen him so many times. You know what I mean? I've watched so many of his fights. I knew his punch patterns. I knew everything. It was really me just getting ready for the circus that came.
Did the circus, did everything that you had to go, did it work? Like, did you feel drained at all mentally, physically?
No,
you didn't feel like?
No, it wasn't. I felt like I
weathered that?
Yeah, I felt like I was in great shape. And just seeing him across the ring, I think that's what a lot of people, they fall victim to, right? You see a Pacquiao, you see all these different people with very high, work rates. They go in there and get to it. Yeah. But with Floyd, it continues to be a pattern. They just stay in front of him. They looking like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm fighting Floyd. They're in there stuck. That's why. And so I came out. I'm just in his face. I'm trying to try to stay on him and try to get in his face. You know what I mean? But like I say, he's slick, man. He's slick. He's sharp. For him being as old as he is, the sharpness.
That was it. Was that the biggest takeaway? Was it the defense or the offense?
I think a little bit of both. Yeah. But I think the biggest takeaway was just the awareness that he had. Yeah. You know what I mean? I was very, surprised how aware that he was with everything, bro.
He knows what's coming before.
Bro, he knows. And just the comfortability that he had in the ring. You can just tell just everywhere he moved, like he knew every placement of the ring. He'll grab me, tie me up, look at the clock. Yeah. He gonna push you back. He gonna take these deep. Yeah. You can hear it when he pulls you in. Bro. He gonna pull it in. He gonna turn you around towards the referee. Yeah. He gonna do just enough to win these rounds. Grab you up. He ain't gonna do nothing crazy. He ain't gonna do nothing extreme. Jabs, you know what I mean? He gonna jab you down low. He gonna try to check hook you. He gonna try to stall you. You gonna see overhand right come, jab, down low, check hook, stall. Get too close, grab you. Turn you around, talk to you while you in there. All these different little things and little tactics, man. Like even in between rounds, he's sitting on the stool.
He looking
at you. looking at you, see you breathing, I'm hopping straight up, like, I ain't tired, let's go. You know what I'm saying?
All that stuff can drain you though, because you know I can't go to sleep during the round, in between round, because he sharp, he on point. He put in his 10,000 hours.
Yeah,
he put in his 10,000 hours.
But definitely sharp, man, and definitely very defensive minded to a point that I just try to go, throw as many punches as possible. And it's like, and you can easily find yourself just hanging out there. Well, he just, then it got to a point that you throwing like this, and you see him looking at you.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I can't do that no more. He gonna hurt me next time.
He'll get me next time.
He might get me next time with that. And that's the thing, his punches ain't hard, but
they sharp though.
But they sharp. And you know, if you out there hanging too long, you know, one of them shots can, it can buzz you. You know what I'm saying? So.
Man, so you get through that fight, man. I ain't gonna ask you how much you made, man, but you know.
I did all right.
You know, after that fight, man, you know, how did things change for you, if they did at all?
I mean, of course.
Career-wise, personally.
I mean, of course, you know, a lot of, like a different type of notoriety.
Did people respect how you performed that night, even though you didn't came up short?
I mean, you know, I think, and the crazy thing about it, man, a lot of people, like especially people in Haiti, like it stopped the whole country just to watch the show. You know what I'm saying? And for them, of course, they don't understand the boxing logistics to a point. They're like, man, I don't know how you lost. You kept coming, throwing a whole bunch of punches. You know what I'm saying? He didn't hardly throw no punches. So, you know,
Berto, you won.
Yeah, you know, I was getting that a lot. But, you know what I'm saying? You won that fight. You know what I mean? Well, what's he doing? He just ran all night. I was like, man, you know, that's what it is. So,
hey, you won. I think you won that fight.
You know what I mean? You won that. So, you know, I mean, you know, but at the end of the day, man, I'm talking about like, it was just there's a lot more notoriety when it comes to people that probably just didn't know me. That's pretty much it, man, because like I don't think I tried to get sucked too much into it because I got a chance to go through the things that I went through in the game.
Yeah.
You know, and it just opened up other doors, man. You know, I went ahead and got, you know, Victor Ortiz again after that.
Mm-hmm. I was at that fight, you got your revenge.
Yeah, man,
yeah.
And
got that off your back.
And just a lot of different, you know, just like business opportunities. Yeah. I mean, 'cause that's where I work. Understand what I'm saying? Like all this other stuff is cool, but you know, I'm a businessman at the end of the day. You know that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? When it comes to your name being attached with Floyd in the fight, you know, believe it or not, you know, a lot of these guys, a lot of these suits, they want to bring you in. Like, y'all, oh no, you know, he fought Floyd. You know what I mean? All that type of stuff. So I just tried to, you know, continue to just capitalize on it. I'm still capitalizing on it to this day with a lot of different, you know what I mean, like business ventures that I'm in.
And tell me about your wife, man. And what she's meant to you. I was around when you started turning the corner. I ain't gonna go into detail, but I was around. You start turning the corner. And you start saying, man, I think I want to settle down. Man, I said, oh yeah? I think it's time.
You was right in there, wasn't
you? Yeah, man, I'm tired of this. Man, I'm trying to get my life together.
Right
I said,
there.
okay, yeah. Hey, and you did that.
Yeah.
And you ain't looked back.
Yeah,
so tell me about Portia, man, and just what she's brought to your life.
Oh, she gonna like this.
Yeah, go ahead and see.
She gonna love this.
Go ahead and see.
Wow.
Yeah, it's her time right now.
She gonna love this. Nah, man, you know, Portia, you know, she a soldier for sure. You know what I'm saying? She been with me and been rocking with me when, you know, I definitely probably just didn't deserve it. You understand me? Like I'm living this high life. You know, plenty of, you know, women at my disposal. Mm-hmm. I mean, like I said, you're living a fast life. I think just everything just came into play, man. Not just, you know, of course her, but just me, you know, just changing that, just as a man, just trying to evolve. You know, definitely get my relationship with God, you know, a lot more, you know, together and you know, stout just as a man. You understand what I'm saying? And I just know, you know, with time, you know, like I say, people need to understand with time, you know, things change. And until you accept that, you know, you're gonna find yourself in a real, you know, tough situation. I got tired of going out of clubs. I got tired of chasing all these women around that, you know, after they leave my house the next morning, it's nothing there. You understand what I'm saying? Get tired of just running around with all these guys, and, you know, I mean, all the homies, and just all the conversations are always the same. You understand what I'm saying? I really, you know, got into a space of a different side of maturity. You understand? And, you know, like I said, she definitely aided in that. And she was one of the ones that I know I just had to turn back and get, right? because at the time, of course, you was there. You know, I was acting up, and we broke up for some time. We broke up for some time, you know.
You work hard to get it back. You put your work in to get it back.
You seen it, bro.
Yeah.
I was, yeah.
That boy put in some work.
You see me in a really, you know, rare position to me trying to go get somebody, bro.
I said, man, that boy really loves her. Because he chasing.
I was in there like, listen, I gotta, you know, I'm making this turn. And the one thing too, man, my pastor at the time, it was my partner now, man, you know what I mean, Pastor Torre, you know, he started seeing this evolution that I was going through, you know, coming to church. And, you know, me and him used to have a lot of different, I mean, we sit down for lunch and then I just had these conversations. You know, just walking into, you know, my maturity as a man, just walking into, like he used to always say, man, you just got this presence about you. You got this, like, this anointing about you, you know, and we used to have real conversations. So he used to be like, yeah, you know, you're doing everything dope, man, but you need to stop that.
Yep.
Like, what you mean? Like, you need to stop that.
Yep.
And they already know, like, you know, I mean, sometimes as a man, especially me, you know what I mean, I couldn't, you know, lay down in the bed by myself at night at times. You know what I mean? I just, you know what I mean, just bring people in, just for that comfort, I guess. You understand what I'm saying? So it's one thing that
It's false, though.
Yeah.
It's false comfort.
Yeah, it's false comfort. So, you know, you still feel empty after they leave. So he was just like, you just gotta stop that. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean?
He said, what you mean?
You know what I mean? He's like, you know what I mean? Because he see what time it is, you know?
Yeah.
He was seeing what was going on.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, and after that, man, you know, I really knew in my heart, you know, I mean, she was the one for me.
Y'all locked it down.
Yeah.
Y'all locked that thing down.
I had to do some chasing, man.
I see you, but you was Romeo for
Yeah,
a
but
minute,
I
boy.
was
You
getting- I
you
was
was pulling
getting
off some stuff. I was like, oh, that's smart.
Bro, but
that
I
boy
was getting
leaving
frustrated.
love notes
Yeah, I was
and
doing it all.
roses on cars.
Like, I know to play now. I know
Like,
how
man,
to-
I said, hey, that's good.
Yeah, I know to play now. I know how to make it happen, man.
I said,
But
bro, if she don't accept this, bro, then you ain't got no shot. If she,
But I
cause that was good.
Bro, I was getting frustrated.
Yeah.
Like, why is it taking this long? You know what I mean? I was a little spoiled.
Cause you was acting up.
Yeah, I'm like, why is it taking this long? Look what I'm doing. Like, you need to tighten up. Come on back home. You know what I mean? But it took some time, man. It took some time.
But y'all locked it in, though.
So we locked it in, man. She was nervous. She was scared because I put her through a lot through the last few years. So, of course, I had to understand that. And once we locked it in, man, you know, she seen, you know, just within myself, too. I'm like, yeah, I know I can't hurt her like that again. You know what I mean? I know I can't because I know if I do, then I'm going to damage somebody, really damage somebody that I really care for.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So you know, hung them up, man.
I like you on this side, man. You
think so?
seem calmer. You know what I'm saying? You get agitated sometimes, but you
Yeah.
still seem, you get calm real
Think
quick.
so?
And you just seem more thoughtful. Seem like you're making more deliberate moves. You just seem better.
Man, God working on me, man. I mean, it's still, you know.
You quote
know,
scriptures now. You know what I'm saying? You like, hey, man, I've been in that word, man. I've been.
Yeah, I've been
You,
heavy.
hey, bro, you got
Heavy.
a family now. You used to tease me about all the kids I had.
But it came so fast, bro. That's crazy. Me?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You used to tease me like, oh, you got all these kids. Look, I ain't got no kids. Brother, you about to catch me.
That's crazy, man.
And you got a newborn.
Yeah, my little man.
And you got a newborn.
Yeah, life will change on you quick, kids. You know what I mean?
But it's changing for the better for you.
Make sure to be prepared. Make sure you're ready, though.
Yeah.
Make sure you're ready. I tell all my boys all the time, man, it look good, man. It look good on you, man. I can't wait till. Make sure you're ready. Make sure you're ready, because, I mean, it ain't for the faint of the heart. It's amazing, but
It's not always easy,
It's
man.
definitely
It
not
ain't easy,
gonna-
but it's
definitely-
worth it, man.
it's definitely worth
If you choose the right one and the right one choose you.
That's a fact. Definitely
So-
got to choose the right one.
Man, I got two more for you, bro.
What's up?
You know, your father, man, you know, the patriarch of the family. You know, he got diagnosed with cancer, and then he eventually died.
Yeah.
What did you learn about him during his fight with cancer, and what did you learn about yourself?
You know, that was a big blow for us just as a family because, like you said, he was such a big, patriarch, not just for our family, but for a lot of other surrounding family, cousins. Just a
A guy
lot
like
of
that, you don't think he gonna die.
Exactly. You know
Ever,
what I mean?
really,
Like
because he's
his-
just always strong.
I'm saying his presence and his aura was so big, all the time, and he was so strong. And of course, like I say, through the years, I've lost a lot of, homeboys, this and that. I didn't really think nothing about it, but for me to lose him and to see it in real time, every day in that hospital bed, seeing everything just deteriorate, and it was nothing we can do about it. It hurt me to a sense too. And then that's how I remember being there, and the doctor was pretty much letting me know, like, listen, this is what's going to be. We're giving him, 2 months, 3 months, and he's looking at the doctor like
He heard it.
yeah, like he heard it, but I guess he always thinks there's a solution. Like, okay, so what can we do about it? You know what I'm saying? So when it hurt me to see, to be able to see his face, somebody so strong that looks so helpless now. There's nothing he can do about it. And so it was damaging, man, because, I had to, I've always been kind of like, his second hand. I was kind of always like the second go-to in the family. But me just having to step up as a new patriarch of the family, and it was just hard to process. To see somebody like that that's been so strong for so long, now, life has been taken out of him, bruh. And it had me, I got a chance to really just, like I say, man, it just went back to scripture for me. It just really just confirmed a lot of things for me to see that, there's so much in this, this life. So much in this life is fleeting. You know what I mean? Right. So, you just gotta hold tight. Yeah. You know what I mean? To everything that you have, just understand that.
You're gonna hit them storms, man. You're gonna hit them sometimes. And sometimes, you're not gonna see them coming.
Yeah, you don't see them coming, but, But he just really just tightened up my whole situation, for my family. Just really, just taking time and just love them. And just like I said, man, just lets me know that everything else, it's kind of just, like I said, it's fleeting, bro. It's fleeting, and just everything, and just everything here, that you idolize, besides. Like besides God, it's always going to betray you. It doesn't matter if it's your health. It doesn't matter if it's the fancy cars that you like. It don't matter if it's this or is that. Like I said, you have to stay grounded. It's something more solid. Something more solid, and and that's Christ and that's God. And that was just a confirmation. Like I say, for me, like it doesn't matter how strong you are. Like I said, it's go time. It's go time for everybody. So you gotta prepare for that. Of course, you want to enjoy yourself here, but understand it's gonna be a time when they close the door on you. So, it just put just a lot of different things in perspective, bro. Look at this guy. Golly, this
We
guy.
did it. We got him.
Golly.
Yes, sir.
This guy here.
Yes, sir.
So, let me come back. Let me shake back.
Let me
That's
say
crazy.
this, though,
I hate that. That's
No,
crazy.
you gotta let that flow, cause that's real, and that's real. And if you don't never cry, I got concerns. If a person don't never cry, like I got some concerns.
That's crazy. That's my first time crying probably since he passed. That's crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because it's always been, I just been trying
Your
to...
first time?
Yeah, just holding it together for everybody else. Man, it's crazy.
Man.
Man. Yeah, I ain't no
I
crying.
gotta commend you, bro. I lost my father at a young age, as you know, and it's what you do. It's what you do after that.
Yeah.
Your father would be proud, dog. Like you didn't, the thing that he wanted you to be a champion and all that stuff, but the family name, that thing that he was talking about since you've been a kid, you held strong to that. And I've only seen you grow. I've seen you elevate. And from the way you treat your wife, you take care of your mama.
Yeah.
You moved back home to Florida, you got a family, dog, and you were walking in his footsteps. It looked different than what he did.
Yeah.
But you got that same spirit on you, man, and you're representing your father and the family name well, big dog.
Yeah,
and I just want to commend you, bro.
No, I appreciate that,
I commend you, my brother.
Appreciate that.
We got to end on that note with the tears, man. We got to end on the tears, bro. I can't ask you no more questions after that. Hey, that's a wrap. He thought he was gonna come in here with the chain on and, just do his Berto thing, but you gotta ask the right questions.
That's crazy.
So you can get the right answer. I appreciate y'all tuning in. That's another episode of The Art of War.
This is crazy.
Yes, sir.